So Nick sent me all of the screen caps of the DMs. Bowblax says, Sister through 5 says, who's Frankie? I don't know if we're getting into that or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. I don't want to get blackballed. Is that public even? I don't even know. It's not? What the fuck? Well, then if it's not public, how are people super chatting me about it? It's no, it is. Well, whatever. It's just who gives a fuck? It's just some fucking girl that he argued or whatever that he dated or something. I don't know. No? What do you mean no? If people are super chatting about it, how the fuck do I know? That's not public at all? Obviously it is because people are asking me about it. Well then, okay, what is public then? Obviously something's public here. I'm not gonna get shit for fucking leaking anything, okay? So people are asking me, who is this person on a fucking Bowblax stream? Clearly it is public. All right, I gotta call Nick now. Now I'm gonna get accused of leaking shit. Oh no. Oh, he's leaking. Oh, he's leaking. Fuck you!
Okay, so here's where the Scumbagovich thing came from. It's like the only woman Bowblax replies to on Twitter. That's what they know. So they go through his Twitter timeline. They see he exclusively basically replies to this one singular woman. That's all they're aware of. Just for context, Bowblax did not date Scumbagovich. There was no relationship that ever occurred. That's not, to my knowledge, the person that was the VPD girlfriend that convinced him, but who fucking knows? Josh has a weird track record with thinking he's dating people and not actually dating them. That's the content.
Well, that's a loaded, okay, that's a loaded statement right there. Like, what? What
well,
does that even...
Josh, I don't think that really needs proof. He's a long history of not a very successful dating history,
okay,
I would say.
Well, that's also a loaded
Would you agree
statement.
with that?
No, I don't agree with that at all.
You think he has a long historical epic dating history?
Okay, well, Nick, let me put you on that, okay? Justify that statement. Justify that statement. What do you mean by that?
You're just trying to make me leak more than you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know shit, okay? I don't know shit about Bowblax's fucking dating history.
Yes, you do.
I do know about this situation, okay? And if people are asking me in donations, I'm assuming that it's all out there.
All right,
like,
well, I'm only clearing it up so people don't go bother fucking...
Yeah,
nobody
be fucking...
I keep thinking her name is Froky because I keep thinking a little Froky. It's Frankie.
We're not getting into that, okay? I just want to clarify that
my point is that they did not date, so please do not go like, hey, you dated that retarded animal. No, that did not happen. Okay.
Holy fucking shit.
I don't want to defame that woman. There is literally no connection. They met like at VidCon. That is the extent of their, that's all they know. Okay, that's it.
And I don't even know what the claims are, okay?
Well, no, because initially when I had talked about this, because I can actually add a little context, on your stream, Josh got a little weirded out. I speculated that the girl wasn't really a girlfriend on my stream, and then I went on your stream and I asked him about the girlfriend stuff, and he was giving me really weird dancing answers, right? If I ask you, Augie, have you dated anyone recently? That's not an intrusive question. That's a normal thing you could ask a 27-year-old man if they've dated someone recently. They don't have to provide you context with that. They don't have to give you a name or any identifiable information, but just the conscious, why, yes, I have engaged with women, it would probably be okay. But then he kind of got all weird about it, so I said partner, and then like your chat was speculating that Bowblax was dating a fucking trans person and that he was into goth. All I was trying to say was I wanted to ask him a question without him feeling uncomfortable, and your whole chat thought he was a fucking gawk chugger because I said the word partner. So just to be clear, that was not my intention.
So Bowblax is not dating
that girl.
He's not dating a transsexual. Is that what we're clarifying here?
Not that I know of. Never say never, but no, I have no evidence.
I really don't give a fuck who he's dating or anything like that. It's just not really my interest, or just it just doesn't really matter or affect the story at all. So yes. I don't know. Somebody asked me about that. I assumed, oh, if people are asking, I guess somebody leaks the shit.
I just feel bad for this random woman who's gotten completely like ripped into
fucking
the situation.
Simp, white knight ass.
Yes, I'm 100%. Yes. I will simp for anyone who hugs somebody at a VidCon party and then a rumor gets spread that they dated.
Now you're leaking.
That is sad, man. Sad,
now you're leaking.
I'm just saying, all right?
Yeah.
Can I be a total asshole here?
What?
Why does Josh just keep bringing up his sister's grooming?
It's so weird. It's just like nobody asked.
Do you think his sister knows that like he just goes around using her grooming to try to win debates and talks about her suicide attempts to like get out of drama?
It's just
like, why do we know so much about Bowblax's sister unprompted? did.
He brings up like such deeply personal, like traumatic shit. And it's just like, he's that guy in the conversation that'll just like take it to a really dark area. And you're just like, you're trying to chill, or you're at like a party and this guy like brings up all this like horrible fucked up shit. And you're just like, all right, bro, like shit, sorry. It just makes it weird, you know?
Like, I think Mr. Girl is wrong in 99% of arguments. I don't know why, like, we would go after anybody else for trauma dumping if they just started pulling up like, oh yeah, well, my sister was fucking pedoed out.
There's so many, there's like probably like 5 different clips and commentary aids of Bowblax like bringing up like something like terrible. He's like, I knew a pedo, he grew my sister. And I'm just like, sitting on the call like,
he's like, I knew a real life pedo, he loved hockey. And I was like, oh really? What did he do? He goes, yeah, he molested my sister. I was like,
that is horrible.
Okay.
That is fucking terrible, dude. Why? I mean, sorry,
but he's
I guess.
A chronic oversharer. He's always been. But like, I get it if he's oversharing his stuff. And you're gonna see in your stream that like I cut out the one portion of those DMs, and like a retard, because he's trying to prove me wrong, he accidentally leaked his own like childhood abuse. I don't know why I know all this stuff about him.
That's redacted
me,
in
like,
your DMs, right?
Like, it's redacted in my DMs, but it's in the stream you're gonna watch, so it doesn't matter. So you have to read about that. Cool.
I don't want to fucking. I just don't want to read. It's like the thing is like too. It's like the most disgusting like people on the internet probably care about that. They're like, oh yes, more lore, more Bowblax lore, or whatever. I don't fucking give a fuck about that. I don't want to read that.
You say that, but like when Big Bungie is like, Boogie, were you really molested as a child? Like I thought it was pretty funny.
I mean, well, Boogie invites the conversation. I guess Bowblax to some extent is. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Bowblax is a malicious little rat. Okay, and you can see it in the Tommy DMs. You can see it in my DMs. You can see how he was boosting an Alberto tweet he literally supported at the time of post. Okay, as soon as he got mad at me, he literally does this. He does not give a fuck if things are right or wrong. He'll take any like burn wave that he could possibly get. It doesn't matter. There's nothing off limit. There's no logic to fight it. He looks for any negative smear move and he'll throw that up on his feed just to try to do a little damage.
Yeah.
He has no morals.
Well, see, I guess that's the dilemma that I'm running in. Bowblax is Boogie. By all definition, he is Boogie. I just don't see him like that yet, and I should. I guess that's the fucking problem.
You gotta look at the Tommy stuff. He like apologized to Tommy in like 2022, and Tommy's like, I have no problem with you. What are you talking about? We fought like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem.
And his next message is like the apology. Like the day he gets medicated, he's like, hey dude, I just wanted to let you know, I love you, man. Like we're good.
Yeah,
we're good now. It's all over.
I didn't really follow Boogie2988 ever really my entire career. Like obviously I followed him during the Frank Hassel stuff, but Boogie was never like this like horrible guy until I watched the documentary that happens, like the Mike Klum documentary. I watched that, and ever since that day that I watched the documentary, Boogie's now just like an animal to me. Like I just do not give a fuck about him as a human being. Like he just does not even really matter to me at all, right? And I guess unfortunately that's what Bowblax is, man. Chat saying I'm sweeping.
Bowblax is autistic, and he's not even the endearing, funny autistic.
It's just
he's fucking manic, and he's not even the money-making FouseyTube manic. Like this guy's got all the worst qualities of all the fucking diseases. Like the least entertaining version of whatever could have been produced.
Aiden Project says he lied about illness twice. You called him out on BBD, so he said he lied. He was really having a manic episode, but last night he confessed no doctor has ever said he had mania.
Why is he leaking that?
I don't know. I guess he
I asked him for permission to talk about that, and now he's writing it in your. He's giving it away for free. He's giving it away for free. Aiden, why don't you just tell everybody else what you learned, you little fucker? Apparently, he doesn't even have any medical documentation that he knows of that he's been diagnosed with. Not mania, because I don't think you can just get diagnosed with mania. He says he has hypomania. Apparently, he doesn't have a fucking piece of paper that says that's like a thing. He went to the emergency room and they gave him Seroquel.
This is just getting more and more depressing the more I watch it.
It's a double down Boogie, dude. He double dogged him, dude. He raw dogged him.
Well, I'm gonna read these messages. I don't know if you want to stick around for that. I mean,
you've already. Should bring Aiden and let Aiden be the woman.
Should I call Aiden?
Actually, no. There's too much reading. Aiden sucks. You should be Bowblax. I only say like 3 things the whole time.
Oh, you want to co-read this?
Do you want me to play me?
I guess that would make the most sense.
Sure, I'll just do it completely deadpan because that's the emotions I have.
Well, I don't want to just read through all of this like in one go. Like I want to actually like talk about some of the shit that he's talking, but mainly like the trans stuff because it's just really fucking weird. You guys have probably seen this conversation already. Nick did a whole stream doing this.
Oh, do you want the link to that quote? He gives the very first thing is him giving his debate talking points, basically.
Yeah, send me this
turbo autistic thread.
So out of the blue on July 15th, by the way, this whole, I guess not the whole conversation, but this conversation started on the Kino day that is July 15th, the same day that FouseyTube had his one of his infamous meltdowns about.
So he sends this thread here, and it literally is just a whole thread explaining like why autistic people are often misconstrued as malicious. And the actual content of it is just like every neurotypical person is just a malicious piece of shit, and they don't want to lose to a retarded person. That's all this is.
Dude, I fucking wish I had autism, man. Do you know how powerful autism is? It just gets you get away with everything.
I wish I was diagnosed with autism, but I wasn't autism, so I could use it as such a crutch like Josh has been using it for the last 5 years.
It's so powerful.
Like if I was just actually I was a genius, all right? I had
Like,
full capacity, but everyone thought I was retarded, so I got away with all this bullshit.
We're talking a lot about like things Bowblax has lied about, but one thing he didn't lie about was that autism is a superpower. It really has to be, because it's the only thing that shielded him through his entire fucking life, at least his career. You know what I mean? Like, this shit should have happened years ago, but it didn't because he had autism. So it might actually end up being the greatest. It's a tard shield. It's a troll shield, you know?
Do you think he could have gotten by if he wasn't like a chronic weed smoker?
Do you think weed is a shield? I don't know about that.
Well, he's taking psychotics and smoking weed. Weed is a shield for him for sure, but he's a fucking like degenerate weed fucking addict basically.
Yeah, I don't know. That stuff is fucking cancer. I really feel like that's contributed like at least 50% to his latest downfall. It's just, you smoke weed every day for like fucking 8 years and you don't do anything else. You have no social life. You don't go outside. You're just an internet guy or whatever, right? You just keep smoking more and more weed. You're just gonna you just lose touch with reality. Like, you don't even like view things the same way anymore. Your brain is completely rearranged. It's disturbing. But anyway, so this is the fucking thread that he sent to you. All right, so he's in these DMs. This reminds me of when we had our major fights, like the Booboss stream. And this thread says, why I think autistic people are often accused of being manipulative in 5 steps. 1, autistic person and another person have a misunderstanding. 2, other person, OP, accuses the autistic person of something based on their perception of the situation. 3, the autistic person feels they need to defend and explain themselves, so they do their best to get OP to see their side. 4, OP slips into an ever so slight understanding of an autistic person's view of things, but doesn't want to accept that their own version might not be the full story. So they get themselves to snap out of it and double down on their accusation. 5, OP decides that it must be the autistic person making up a story to manipulate them because it almost worked, but they were smart enough to figure it out before actually being manipulated.
Doesn't this break your immersion of every debate we've had with him in the last 5 years?
Well, this really explains
it's
the
either
current
a misunderstanding,
drama.
and he'll lock you in a position where if you push him on it, he'll just scream and cry. Otherwise, you have to agree to disagree because it's a misunderstanding.
What really explains like the current drama or whatever, right? This is Bowblax's philosophy. Like, you're seeing like a window inside of his mind. This is his philosophy. This is how he thinks, right? It's like he sees shit like this. It gives him so much like empowerment, right? And he's like, oh.
He's a literal debate rapist, okay? He literally gets you in a position where you have to agree to disagree, or he'll scream and cry. Like, you cannot consent to engaging with him. He just gets you in these positions every single time, and then you feel bad for him. Or you have to live like me in the Booboss stream, and everyone's gonna call you a big mean guy for making Josh cry. Yeah, he's a literal debate rapist.
Yeah, that's true. That's completely. I was thinking of like, what do I say? It's just fucking true.
You look at the first sentence here. Autistic person and another person are having a misunderstanding. This has been every answer Josh has had for every piece of criticism in this entire controversy. It's like, no. You don't understand. I just need to explain it one more time and you'll get it.
Well, again, this thread, it's like point 3 and 4. That's just like the core of his philosophy. So 3, autistic person feels they need to defend and explain themselves. So they do their best to get OP to see their side, but the OP slips into an ever so slight understanding of the autistic person's view of things, but doesn't want to accept their own version might not be the full story. He just applies this blanketly to like every argument he's ever been in, ignore the context of the individual argument. So when he says like, oh, this reminds me of the Booboss debate where you were mad that I didn't take full accountability for the whole situation, but I did, even though in that debate, and still to this day, he's never proven that he's taken full accountability for, flagging those videos, right? He has a Twitch stream where people are bringing it up in chat and he's just like, fuck you, I'm gonna ban you if you bring this up. Like, I was high. You guys just don't understand. Like, I was high and I made a mistake, but it was a lapse of judgment, but it was actually a misunderstanding. Fuck all of you. I'm banning you. And it's like, that's not taking accountability for anything. That's just pulling any excuse you can possibly think of out of your fucking asshole. And that's not what people want to hear about.
People always joke saying like, oh, Bowblax, let me guess, is it because you're high? And he's like, no, I would never say that. But like, if you go back 3 years ago, he literally used that excuse all the time.
No, he did.
You don't get it, dude, I was high.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. So he still has not proven, even on the stream, he was like, no, I took accountability for it, not on the Twitch stream, but on some random after hours episode that never existed. But it was the after hours before the Booboss debate, but after the after hours where we initially pressed him. And
no, his apology was on a random Twitch VOD.
It doesn't exist.
3.5 hours into an 8-hour stream.
But
supposedly it's on some alternate channel that he still has, but like he intentionally hid it in the least findable
if it was on After Hours, it wouldn't be on his channel. It'd be on my channel. So where is it?
No, it was on Twitch. Like his Twitch.
No, on
his stream, it's like 30 people.
No. On the recent After Hours, the most recent one, he claims he took accountability for it on some hidden, unknown episode of After Hours that took place at some time in 2020. When we asked him for that, and I specifically asked him, I was like, okay, which stream? He didn't know. So I was like, oh, so you're just making this up. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, then he hired CSAM to shut down all the episodes so no one could go back and look for it.
So he sends this thread and he basically is like, oh, this reminds me of the Boobot stream. Not saying you accused me of being manipulative though, which is what Lyrics accused him of later on, which really rubbed his pussy the wrong way. That really irritated him. He says, just saw that tweet and it reminded me of that. I'm actually in a really good, happy mood right now and glad we are still friends and got past those beefs. You're awesome, man. Flame emojis. Nick says,
LMAO. You know the picture of the black guy when he writes LMAO? That's my face. I get what you mean. Haha.
And then he just links something else. Let me pull up the other screenshots here.
Oh, so that one is the it's the first tweet. So that's probably is that the Destiny one? The Destiny apology?
Oh, so this is when
that's what he's referencing here.
He apologized for calling Destiny a pedophile, which there's no way he didn't know that tweet was fucking bullshit. There's no way. So Bowblax says, pulled a king of nothing because something else in my life recently happened that got me fucked up. Excuse. He says, I just shouldn't have been on Twitter or tweeting.
By the way, Josh definitely agrees that like King of Nothing has acted malicious, right? What does he think pulling a King of Nothing means?
Well, apparently, yeah. King of Nothing is somebody who was planning on fucking A-logging for forever if he was still in the commentary matrix. I'm sure he doesn't think that anymore, though.
No, that's why I definitely wanted to put out the fact that he was planning on doing that to try to like ruffle the feathers inside base camp, because it's true. He was gonna run a bunch of streams. He probably completely went back on that. He's probably being friendo because he doesn't have any because he went nutso. By the way, nutso is like Josh's version of Edwin's like baby talk. He needs to stop calling this. Dude, I went a little nutto, bro. It's so weird. He does bully streams and he goes nutto and it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, just a little nutto, you know? Everyone gets that way.
I just went a little nutto, dude.
Leaky Aiden says he admitted last night that he was manipulative. Wow. Big, stunning.
Really? Where? Is there any audio of that?
Stunning revelation there.
Does there happen to be any 55-minute audio of that, Aiden, if you're going to keep dropping little hints?
Aiden is so fucking insane. Like, he's like, oh, I had this call with Bowblax. I'm not going to say anything about it. I would never do that or whatever, right? I'm like, all right. And so now in the chat tonight, in front of like 1,000, 2,000 people, 3,000 people, he's just sitting there like just slowly just adding to it.
Big Oats, he's gonna go nutto on that Victoria's Secret purchase.
So you say like apologize 100% makes it not pulling a king of nothing. So Bowblax says, I won't. I hope the optics aren't too bad. I'm just not gonna tweet about Destiny or Mr. Girl because of how he dismissed my sister's grooming. I just get too mad about that to accurately comment on him. I also don't think Destiny's a pedo. So he goes on and he says, I did fuck up and kept trying to roast Destiny after my bad tweet. I want to let you know that I'm not trying to be unfair to him. I'm just going nutto a bit. I'm gonna try to be taking a small step back from being super active online for a bit. Just want to let you know that I'm going to let myself turn into a lolcow or become another casualty in the list of commentary friends lost. And feel free to DM me if you think I tweet something bad. So, typo of the fucking century.
There's two things there. One, feel free to DM me if you think I tweet something bad. That's his first indicator that he's upset that I optics checked him over the Destiny tweet. Just to be fucking clear. That's the first fucking indicator he's lying.
So you say, I think that's good. Let's let it blow over a bit. Bowblax says, do you mind if I give you quick context of what happened recently to me? Not as an excuse, but I want you to know as my friend, I won't trauma dump, I promise. He won't trauma dump. He promises. Don't worry. He will.
If you want me to know as a friend, I'll happily hear it, and I'll keep it between us, but it'll have no bearing on how I judge the situation from a criticism perspective. But we discussed that part already, and I think you're gonna be fine.
So he says, sorry if that's a lot. So yeah, this goes beyond YouTube and optics. I just let my emotions seep into my job.
Nah, man. Oh, dude, I'm doing like the Prince Zuko meme here. Like, nah, man. That's pretty rough. The Mr. Girl stuff has been a trigger, but that's not something to be ashamed of. And then he sent like the fuck me face.
Yeah. Why would he send this emoji right after you say that?
he's like wearing my nut. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yes, thank you, Nick. It's like, okay.
It's weird. Who the fuck sends the blushy smiley face to a fucking bro?
Dude,
That's weird.
You made him feel so validated and soft in that moment when you would you validated his emotions, you know?
Maybe that's just him smiling with blush. I didn't know he was non-binary.
He says, thank you for saying that. I really do hate Destiny Mr. Girl a lot. I know Destiny isn't a bad person, but him defending him, plus him calling me retarded and being ableist, plus his cruelty to the death of the Trump supporter has me mad. But I respect your opinion of him, even if I admittedly think it's a bit simpy sometimes. I know I have impulse issues, but I've tried to control them. So it's embarrassing to have me slip up again. That's just fucking crazy. So then he sends a bunch of, I like this slide that you sent me, a bunch of childhood trauma. All right,
which has now been released, obviously.
Which he leaked himself, which is just psycho.
Yeah, dude, he got mad because he blamed me for leaking the non-binary stuff. So in retaliation, he leaked his child sexual abuse. But I didn't leak any of that. I cut all that out.
You know, that's a problem I notice a lot of commentary streamers have now, where they just go live on OBS. They only stream from one monitor, and they just show their fucking asshole. They just show their Discord. They show their Twitter. They have all their DMs open. They are just leaking all this personal shit. And while they're streaming, they just show everything that they fucking have, right? And they're like, oh shit, oops, oh fuck, I leaked it, damn it, fuck. Like, yeah, Lyrics does it all the time. And I'm just
crazy. He's going through that thread where he knows his hospital band was in there that lists like all his personal information. His bank statement thing was in there. Like, there's so much stuff that I've had to blur out of this.
It's like, okay, when I have to show something, what I do, I just switch scenes. If I don't want to show my monitor, if I stream from one monitor, I can just switch scenes like this right now, grab the thing that I need to show without revealing my fucking asshole. All right, and then once I have everything displayed on the screen, I can just click back to it. There's a button. It's called Studio Mode. It's in OBS. It's very easy to use. But for some reason, every streamer, especially in the commentary community, just doesn't know how to use this, and they just end up revealing way too much information about themselves for fucking no reason at all. It's just very funny to me. So he sends this tweet, right? I want to vent and not do anything rash, but like, what the fuck, bro? And he sends his tweet about how non-binary people are fucking heckin' fucking cool and awesome, bro. He says, I'm just trying to be nice to my fans, and Tom ruins the vibe. I don't know, I'm probably being sensitive right now, but it's just not nice considering I was making fans feel validated, and I enjoyed seeing that. Now my thread is fucking ruined, dude. So he sloys out.
Fucking ruined. It's over.
Is it really ruined?
I don't know, bro. I just stopped tweeting stuff like that. You randomly tweeting about non-binary people being valid doesn't make people feel valid. You using the correct pronoun in a video while others are misgendering them will make them feel valid. Tweeting trans rights is infinitely less valuable than just treating trans people like normal human beings in your actual content. That's why people are saying your tweet is virtue signaling.
And so he just immediately drops in big fucking just blatant text right there. I'm non-binary. He's non-binary now, chat, so please.
And the crowd goes mild.
Welcome our new queen right here. Queen, well, not queen, who knows? It might be a dude, it might be a girl. It's not binary, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. He's our new king and queen. He's whatever he wants. He can fantasize about whatever he wants. He is our new non-binary Caesar. He's a non-binary Caesar.
What's the middle ground of a Chad and a Stacy?
I don't know.
A Paul. I don't know.
Non-binary Paul. He's a non-binary chimp.
Dude, it's not tipster, it's themster.
So you explain, like, that's why people are saying you're virtue signaling, right? And he's like, I'm non-binary. Nobody asked, bro. Literally, nobody asked. You did not have to reveal this information. It's not relevant to your tweet, but I guess it is because he said before, I was just trying to make my fans feel validated and cool. But now he's saying, no, I was tweeting this because I'm non-binary and this is deeply personal to me. So Bowblax says, I'm non-binary. That's why I tweeted it. I told Slacker 3 years ago and you can confirm with them. By the way, we have, and Slacker has no recollection of any of this. He has no knowledge of any of this. Bowblax.
Did Slacker say you could say that?
Well, I don't know. I guess I fucking leaked it then, Nick. You fucking asshole. Why are you
told me he doesn't like getting quoted as a source for something he didn't do.
My
you quoted him as a source.
Can I say
Why
anything?
Are you streaming? Dude, how many streams have you had the last year, bro? It's like you're an amateur. You're a rank amateur.
What the fuck, dude? I thought that was public, man. Shit. Fucking shit, dude.
Like, they're getting so much content out of you.
You gotta, like, clarify when you say things like, this is like...
clarify, bro. I'm no Keffels.
You've gotta, like, if I hear shit's going on, I'm just assuming it's public. Like, what the fuck?
Everything Augie's heard behind the scenes, he'll reveal. Yeah, dude, he's literally a chat incarnate, okay?
I'm not even trying to be
a... He's the Lorax for the leakers.
I'm not even trying to be an asshole. It's just like, come on, man. I just... Whatever. Who gives a fuck? He said that. Okay. Who gives a shit?
Who cares? We're fucking rolling. Let's just keep rolling.
You're shitting on me for leaking that. Didn't you leak this entire conversation for no reason? What was even the point of you leaking this, by the way? This whole conversation.
My DMs, so I had to I had to annihilate him.
But you leaked half of it before you did that.
Exactly. It was
So
relevant.
why did you leak in the first place?
Because they needed to know. Because people didn't understand. Prior to this
Why did they need to know that Bowblax had a meltdown in July, other than it being really funny and Bowblax being a fucking asshole? Like, what was
relevant to the stuff that's happening right now, and the reason why they needed to know is because they needed to know we weren't throwing him out over leaking one Lyric's phone call. Because the majority of the community narrative was that we just kicked him out for leaking a phone call, and nobody had any fucking idea what was going on.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
That's pretty fair, right? Because then we look like major hypocrites. We don't tell them why we dropped our friend of 5 years.
Hey, I haven't dropped him yet. I have I have plans. Okay.
Dude, you might make it out. We haven't gotten through the DMs yet.
Yeah. He was on thin ice. Lyrics was the final
We
straw.
haven't heard his response stream. I haven't even watched it yet, okay? So like, he can make it out of this. He's one excuse away.
Yeah. Oh.
Aiden said he'll drop the call so we can add that to the docket if everyone becomes an Aiden loyalist. So start sucking dick, chat. Start sucking non-binary straight Aiden dick, dude. He's an adult now, by the way, if you're wondering.
Thanks for clarifying that.
I needed to for the Clippers, dude. They were like, this is from 2015.
Isn't this guy 12 years old? Oh, man. Okay, so yeah. So he told Slacker 3 years ago, except I guess he didn't. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Oh, you're leaking. Oh, you're leaking. Oh, you're leaking. Who gives a shit? All right. And then he also told Ryan Beard, who's, again, a complete piece of shit, somebody that nobody was close to, including Bowblax. I just don't believe he was close to Ryan Beard. Certainly not close enough to fucking, you know, be leaking his own sexuality to the guy. Okay. And then he says, it's why I had long hair. Now, keep in mind, this is directly hypocritical because Bowblax, okay, somebody was pointing out that Chris Tyson and Bowblax look very similar. And he was like, what? Long hair means I'm trans? Huh? Why? Even though in DMs, he's saying the reason why I have long hair is because I'm trans. It's like the most direct.
So crazy.
It's the most direct hypocrisy you've ever seen in your fucking life.
And it's like crazy because he used Chris Tyson to explain how his gender euphoria feels. That's so crazy, dude. In fact, some would even consider it nutto.
Yeah, this guy's pretty nutto.
Dude, he's getting nuttoed off, dude. He's just nuttoing everywhere.
And tweets like my non-binary tweet and the response to it is why I will never be public about it. Ever. Except when I have to own Nick, except I don't own Nick. I don't know. So much for that, I guess. Again, remember, chat, I see some people bring up like, Nick leaked Bowblax is not binary. He didn't. Bowblax did himself. Bowblax leaked that himself for no reason. Nobody asked. There was no reason to clarify that. Again, what does Bowblax being non-binary do for his argument? Nothing. It doesn't change anything for Bowblax, except it gives people more material to fucking shit on him for. But also, more importantly, he claims like, well, because Nick leaked half of my BPD convo, now I have to come out because Nick's a fucking asshole. It forced me to. And then that's, of course,
What I think happened?
What?
Well, he's telling everybody he hasn't heard the conversation. Maybe that's true. Maybe Josh literally responded not knowing any of the stuff I'd already said and just took a shot in the dark and guessed.
Holy shit.
And then like and just assumed that I was a bigger piece of shit than I was and then self-immolated.
This guy should not be behind a fucking keyboard.
No, it should be like in a cage.
Bowblax clarified, is this my Discord? What Discord is this? I really hope it's not. He says, my gender is non-binary and I'm sexually attracted to both trans and cis women. Yes! Oh, yes. He says, I've identified as non-binary since 2021 and I'm not on any HRT stuff. That's all I'll say for now. Me being non-binary isn't something people need to know or worry about, except it is because you're telling everyone that. For some reason. It's not, nobody needs to know this, but I'm not binary. Nobody needs to know. So he's not on HRT yet. We'll see how long that lasts. Unfortunately, the way he's going down right now, it's really only a matter of time, to be honest.
Dude, that's a huge wall. You just fucking turn the page and it's just Josh. He's just fanging around, dude.
So remember, the last DM, he reveals his non-binary status. Nick hasn't replied yet, so he continues.
Dude, I don't even have lines on this page.
So Bowblax continues again. He reveals he's not binary. Nick has no response, so he's just going off. It's why I like trans women. The pieces were there, bro. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think people would assume I'm trying to virtue signal.
Don't just go past that. He's like, I'm non-binary. That's why I want to fuck trans women. Like, whoa.
So we're just instantly going to sex. It's not about.
His first thought was like, wow.
It's not about like, oh, this is my identity. This is my body or something. No, it's like instantly like, this is why I want to goon. This is what my cock is hard to. It's like, whoa,
After
bud.
6 months of clowning Tipster for being a chaser,
It's
he
immediately
instantly just grabs hold of the gawk.
So it's not about like your personality. It's just about like your weird fetish, your sexual fetish, right? Is that what we're talking about here?
The Smelly Dave woman story was actually just gawk.
Oh, that's fucking story. I should really react to that on stream. It's so disgusting. It's so gross.
He mentions it in the stream, so it might be relevant to do it at that point.
It's the most white trash thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Who on that gawk?
And everyone looks like shit in that clip, including Dave.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen.
Obviously, Bowblax looks the worst, but when I watch that clip, it's like everyone looks like a fucking retard in that. Matt Pitt, Dave, everyone. Unfortunately,
Dude, Matt Pitt looks great in that. He didn't believe it in the moment. He's like, yeah, that didn't happen, by the way. Okay, let's keep going on.
No, I'm pretty sure he was guarding for Bowblax. He was like, this obviously
he straight
happened.
up said this story did not happen.
Well, maybe I have to rewatch it then. So Bowblax continues. So he's like, it's why I like trans women. The pieces were there, bro. By the way, the pieces were there. What? Because he watched a bunch of porn? What were the pieces that were there? He says, bro, I don't know. Maybe I didn't think people would assume I'm trying to virtue signal one simple supportive tweet to non-binary people, especially my friends Tom and Nick.
That's actually manipulative. Can you attest to this? He doesn't even like Tom.
He always thought for all of like history that you and Tom thought he was a fucking stupid retard, which I think you guys did.
I certainly do now, but I genuinely don't think he liked Tom. I don't.
This was his turning point.
Totally lying about it.
As far as I aware, this was his turning point on Tom. After this tweet, he started.
It was because he tweeted out,
"Praise Skibbity or perish." I'm not even joking. Like this was, I think, his like turning point where he was like, "I now hate Turkey Tom," which what a great fucking reason. So he says, especially my friends Tom and Nick. I know I didn't tell you, but at least trust that I'm not a virtue signaling. Bruh. I'm not retarded. I know psychologic. I studied it. I know trans people are mentally ill with gender dysphoria. I know I'm mentally ill and have gender dysphoria. It's not a fun condition to have. I don't want to be non-binary. I'm a fucking person, bro. Not a fucking optics machine pumping out perfectly optical, political, neutral shit all day. But I'm not a fake fuck like Keffels or any of these woke ass bitches. I'm strong in my beliefs and principles. And I don't believe in the fairy tale Zerzim shit. So don't even try pulling that on me. Keep quiet and let me on the LGBTQ plus stuff. Anything else is fair game. Please respect this new boundary I'm placing here. So Bowblax is telling you.
How the fuck would that have worked?
I love.
That's not just me. It's all of us at that point. Like, you have to come back to after hours, and now you can't talk about non-binary. You can't talk about any of this stuff with Josh, who's like looking for an excuse to come out and talk about it.
Why?
How the fuck would your show have worked? Well, because he said he set that boundary. You can't talk about
yeah,
it.
but it's like, why would I give a fuck? It's like, you can't talk to me about this. Why? Why can't I? Explain that.
You and I sat there. We were thinking about this. We were going like, how is this going to work? And now we're here. You and me are talking about it.
Well, it worked, but...
It's out there. No, yeah, but like, we were wondering, like, how is Josh going to survive like one day on the stream?
Well, that's a weird thing about it, too. I don't know if the DMs have like come out or whatever, right? But this really is like a mega fetish for him. Like, he's gonna say, I think in some later DMs, like, don't worry, it's not a fetish, even though he immediately starts to talk about, you know, sex and, oh, I want to fuck trans women and stuff like that, right? This is like a major fetish for him, right? And it's a humiliation fetish, okay? So how do I respond to that? My friend that I stream with, that's my co-host, is he's trans and he has this giant humiliation fetish. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, well, he's gonna have to be open to the jokes, the ball busting, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm not bringing it up, chat's gonna be bringing it up, people are gonna fucking goof on him for this, right? If he's just like openly about this shit, right? But then I started thinking, I was like, well, if this is like a humiliation fetish, isn't like that just feeding into the fucking fetish, right? Like, if you refer to, yeah, exactly, Connor says, if you refer to Bowblax as a she, her, he will get erect from that. Which is disgusting. And that's just not something I want to be a part of, man. It's just fucking gross. It's like, if this humiliation really gets you off this fucking hard, I don't want to be a part of it. I just want to turn away. I just want to Sonic, please. I just want to turn away from this. It's like,
this ever again.
Dude, it's like, just watch your fucking porn, be the fucking degenerate you want to be, away from me. Get away from me, you know? I don't want to enable this.
Dude, I'm sitting here like, please just make Twitter versus. Please,
yeah,
just go back.
I don't want to be involved in your fucking sick fetish. It's fucking gross. It's fucking disgusting, and it's not good. It's really not good. Can't you just read tweets? Can't you just do your fucking show? Why do we know about
Bowblax,
any
like,
of
I'm
this?
non-binary now. I want to fuck trans people. I want to fucking gender euphoria is awesome. And then everyone's just like, dude, please just read the tweets, man. Your line was PewDiePie said.
Yeah, it's just too strange. I don't know. It really does make me feel disgusting reading this. Like,
Josh, come down to earth. Josh, you're reading a Def Noodles tweet. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
And again, it's just so telling the way that he's describing this. So he's he's coming out to you as non-binary. He's not saying like, for years I haven't felt like a man. Like I feel like I'm trapped in my own body. I feel like I'm not. Instead of saying stuff like that, he's saying stuff like, I love fucking trans women. It's like, okay, so that's what this is about. It's a fetish, obviously.
I love that quote. I'm not retarded. I know psychologic. I studied it. I know trans people are mentally ill. It's like there's a t-shirt to be made with that on it. Okay, that's just there's merch to be created with that quote.
Well, I guess get to it. There's probably plushies to be created from this too.
I'll talk about that later. I'm so mad about that, bro. That would piss me off to no end.
I did not. I was talking to you on the phone the other night. I had no fucking idea you were so angry about his plushie. I had no clue.
I only found out about it at that moment. You caught me right when I found out.
So he continues. So keep in mind, so the trajectory of this call is like, so he comes out and you don't say anything. You're just kind of letting him speak. You know, you're letting him speak. And as he's speaking, he's getting increasingly more angry at you despite you saying nothing. Like this conversation started off.
Read this top one. This top one gets a little sexual.
Well, that's what I mean, right? So it's like he's very angry at you randomly. The conversation turns into him.
Boner at that point, yeah.
Yeah, the conversation turns into anger for no reason, right? And so this is where he takes it from here. He says, I love you, man. You're smart, funny, witty, awesome, and I'm your friend until death if you want. I seriously love you so much as a friend and coworker, but please just do this for me. And I guess do this for me is just let him fuck. I don't. What is he saying? What is he? Do this for me.
Dude, he gets the girl over and she's like, no, I don't consent. And he's like, let me fuck.
Do this for me. Just let me fucking.
I don't have a condom. There's no condoms. Let me fuck.
I don't know what he is demanding of you in this particular instance, but he just says, just do this for me as a friend. So then you respond. Can somebody AI that? Can somebody make an AI of Bowblax screaming, let me fuck?
My bad, dude. Look sus. I didn't respond, but I've been working on my office all afternoon.
So then he responds and he says, and also try to respect me a little more. I've always known your respect for me might be a tad low, and you might roll your eyes and treat me like an intellectual inferior. But this lack of trust on me, simply saying, non-binary is cool, is absolutely absurd. And I need a genuine alalagoy from you.
Yeah, I'm just seeing this now.
So he's demanding an apology for what now? What have you done in this conversation?
At this point, I didn't know. I just picked up my phone and I saw like 400 missed messages from Bowblax.
This is what yeah.
What is happening?
This is what I don't understand about this conversation. Randomly, he gets heated. He starts bringing shit up about you. And then he's like, so yeah, I'm gonna need an apology, man. Why? What is the apology for? For explaining why people thought his tweet was virtue signaling privately? That's what you...
Clearly, this is not a uniquely Nick DeOrio take. Everyone on Twitter believed that.
Like, it's not like he tweeted that and you were just like, yeah, shut up, you little bitch. Like, you just replied that or something. You told him privately, hey, man, this is why people think that, you know, this is a little cringe.
I reached out to my friendly neighborhood autistic fellow and I explained to him why he's not having fun on Twitter.
Apparently, Bowblax explained in his stream the other day that there's bits of truth in these DMs. I'm assuming the bits of truth is that Nick has always never respected him.
Is his delusions of grandeur that he created the community is probably the bits of truth. I
don't know. What's the truth? Define the truth, Bowblax. You know what?
You can't handle the gawk.
Bowblax should call in tonight and we should confront him on this.
I think that, you know, no more leaked calls. I think we should just air it all out, dude. Second time's the charm, you know? Maybe he'll even get an alalagoy from me. Can we get the alalagoyum together?
Yeah, the lollygoyum.
Yeah, dude, the lollygoyum. All right, Lyrics is gonna moderate.
Oh my god. And Flamenco.
Yeah, dude, the panel has been created. Let's go.
It was a little strange of him to leak Flamenco's new channel, the lollygoyum. Fucking thank you, dude. I'm so tired of being treated like a retard. Like the dumbass of the group because I suffer from mental illness. It's not nice. Dude, Bowblax, oh man.
He just wrote in chat, we got Nick's alalagoyum before Twitter versus Mr. Beast.
Dude, I fucking love this, right? Bowblax is always the fucking victim, right? Like, 109 friend groups have always thought he's the retard.
He's like, I am Alex with podcast.
Every time,
next
dude.
podcast, we'll say together, Alex.
Everyone just always thinks he's the dumbass because he suffers from the fucking mental illness. He didn't choose this path. He didn't choose these ailments that he has to suffer from. He
created a whole channel called Truly Autistic and made it his entire personality, but he didn't choose this.
He says, I like teasing and shit, but it just goes too far.
I'm sorry if you've been made to feel that way by me and the guys.
You have at times. And I don't like that in calls when you ramble about shit, but I start talking about something different and you ignore it. And you shut it down in favor of your hobby every time.
He's talking about pinball.
By the way, you do this to me every fucking call.
I get excited, bro.
You do this every fucking call. But I don't take that like personally, like, oh, Nick doesn't give a fuck about me. It's just you're autistic, dude. It's okay. You actually do have autism.
It sounds weird to say, but like, if I don't talk to you for 3 months, I don't sit here like convulsing, being like, does he still like me? Are we still cool? I don't even know where we stand. I haven't talked to Augie in 3 weeks. And then like he talks to me and I'm like, hey, dude, did you see this cool pinball machine? And he's like, what does this mean? What does this mean for our friendship? And it's like, I don't want to hang out with people like that.
I understand, man. It's just who you are, man. You just like, you get excited, you talk about shit. That's it. There's nothing there. It's just no big deal, right? But when you interrupt Bowblax, he's like, he doesn't give a fuck about me. He treats me like shit. He thinks that I'm a fucking boring idiot. Am I boring? Oh, and he gets insecure about it. He says, I never get to express myself around you. I feel the same way. I never get to express myself around you, Nick. I never get to really express my true...
That's the thing. It's like, he says he never gets to express himself, but I know all about his deep childhood trauma. I know multiple things about his sister. I know about his bank statements. I know about his gender. Augie, what do I know about your personal life?
Not much.
Nothing.
I mean,
I know nothing. I know nothing.
I don't think you know anything.
Everything I've learned about Bowblax is against my will. I would love to have this relationship with Bowblax, but instead he just tells me everything.
He doesn't understand. It's like, you know, with the whole like internet friends thing or whatever, right? It's like you and me or whatever, right? Again, it's like we're friends online. We do these streams, whatever. We have fun. We do call and we talk about drama and shit privately. But it's like we didn't go to war together. You know what I mean? We didn't grow up together.
I'm not gonna go to your wedding.
We didn't go through like traumatic events together as young children. You know, it's not. It's just not that way. You know, we just.
No, and it feels like Josh needs to tell me about his traumatic events as a young child.
Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? We didn't grow up in the same fucking environment, the same neighborhood, go through shit, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, we know each other super deeply well and like deeply personally as like individuals outside of YouTube. And that's fine. That's totally appropriate. I wouldn't expect it to be.
We gel well. We're on point. We have decent chemistry on stream and we chat offline and have fun sometimes. That's all it has to be. All right? There's nothing deep about this. Like everyone online thinks I'm friendly with all these people. I've talked to Smaggle more than I've talked to Josh this year. Maybe that'll blow your fucking mind. I've sat in Discord calls with Smaggle more than I have spoken to Josh in 2024.
And you and Smaggle, I'm sure you have a pretty close relationship. You know, you'd kill, rape, and die
He's like my pet.
Yeah, well, like that kind of... Okay, all right.
He's literally an animal. He's like a retarded Rottweiler.
Sometimes it's fun to kick him a little. So he says, I never get to express myself around you, and it hurts, and I try being your friend despite that, because I think you're awesome. But it hurts. I'm closer with fucking Xylee than you. Like, what the fuck? We never do co-op streams anymore, which were super fun. This is why I wanted to do a co-op stream. I was like, you know what? I feel the same way. We haven't done the trio in a while. Ever since Augie left and stopped talking with me for 6 months, I just have to grind away at solo streaming.
So that never occurred, right? That never happened?
Look, I talked to Bowblax more than I talked to Turkey Tom when I was gone from the internet. And I didn't really talk to Tom. When I left the internet, I talked to you the most, and then I talked to Tom, Bowblax, Dumpy, and Aiden. Those are like the last people that I stayed in contact with. I think that's all the people I stayed in contact with, right? And out of all those people, I talked to Tom the least. I think I had one call with Tom the entire time I was gone from the fucking internet. And then with Bowblax, I talked to him a couple times. You know, Aiden, I talked to him a couple times. Dumpy, I talked to him a couple times. Every so often, I'd be like, oh, I wonder what these guys are up to. And then I'd give him a phone call or something like that.
Nick has hung out with Illuminati more this year than Bowblax.
Holy shit. But yeah, it's like this argument. It's like ever since Augie left and stopped talking with me, like he takes it directly. It's like, Augie, stop talking to me consistently. I stopped talking to everybody consistently, but I did talk to you. And there was no 6-month period where I just didn't talk to you. I think I talked to him like in November and then maybe during Christmas and then in the spring. And then I talked to him in the summer or something like that, right? It was not often.
I talked to Dumpy since you left.
Dumpy might be the second person I talked to the most or whatever. But me and Dumpy are like legitimately like, you know, we're actually like really, we talk about shit that's like beyond YouTube. We're like good friends or whatever.
Dude, Dumpy survived, all right? He's a survivor.
Why do I even have to justify how often I talk to my internet friends? This is fucking gay.
You're only doing it because one of them became super gay and cringe.
Yeah, it's like, why do I even have to like...
Literally became a woman, and 30 seconds later, it was a disaster.
And it continues, I like the co-op streams. That's why I loved being an After Hours co-host. And I completely lost that. And Dead on Dave sucks ass and is not a good replacement. Oh, no. I feel like part of our friendship died when we stopped making content together.
If part of it died, then this was the rest of it.
Thriving off of our creative energy. I know we are.
Enigri.
Oh, enigri. That's a good word. I know we are coworkers, not IRL friends, but there is a basic level of respect that is just not being met with how long we've known each other. Even when I want to do one fun thing like Among Us, you shut it down. Fucking Among Us.
Okay, so just for backstory on this, one night we were sitting on Discord and I was doing a bunch of shit and I think I was like finishing up work stuff at night and Josh was like, play Among Us with me. And I'm like, no, I don't, why would I play Among Us? I'm not playing Among Us off stream. It's not an off stream game. It's an on stream game. And he's like, no, just play a game with me or whatever. So I think Xylee said no too. Xylee held her ground. And it was like Stardust and somebody else playing Among Us in a room with Bowblax. And he apparently took this personally.
Damn. I mean, that is fucked up. You didn't play with them.
It was Core, Stardust, Xylee, and Bowblax. So apparently Xylee caved. Now Confusing is claiming to be there. I don't know. Apparently a lot of people. Apparently Josh had tons of friends to play with, but just with me, I don't know.
Oh my god. I love this part too right here where he just randomly throws all those people that did play with them, right? You think this was like some gracious act from his POV because he had such a big issue with Nick not playing with them. But then he just shits on them. Just throws them under the bus. He says, fucking Among Us, not one game. I'm closer with Stardust, Xylee, and other rhino fucks more than you now. It's sad. I hate it. Yeah, like why wouldn't you be? If you're Stardust or Xylee reading this, you're like, really, asshole? Really? This is what you think? Like, Bowblax is just settling for like the fucking retards. Like Stardust, he's like, I had to settle for these fucking idiots instead of playing with you.
Like, your audience isn't like always too keen on Stardust, but this is like an absolute victory. Imagine this from her perspective.
Yeah, they're like sitting there like, what? Like, why are you talking shit about, you asshole? I was playing with you. And this is supposed to be some great gesture towards him because he cares so much about who plays games with them. But when these people do play games with them, he just throws them on the bus and treats them like shit.
Yeah, she posted on Twitter, she goes, that face when you've been friends with Bowblax for years, but you're just a random fuck. And it got like 700 likes.
Yeah, it's like, wow, okay. He says, it's sad, I hate it. He hates having to play with these bums like Stardust and Xylee. That's how he feels. He hates it.
He only listed women, by the way.
Base.
Like, there were guys in there, and he just listed all the women.
He says, I had to confide in fucking King of Nothing. King of Nothing listened to me, and you don't. That's retarded and insane. I've known you for so long. What the fuck? I need you to listen and think about what I said and make a real apology. Not public, no optics, just you talking to me. I think you fucking owe me that if you even respect me a little.
And again, keep in mind, this whole time he's trying to spin this narrative web about like how this is all about King of Nothing. And if you read all the messages, like it's all him talking about King of Nothing. That's like the third name drop in this singular argument about King of Nothing where he wasn't involved.
He continues, I need you to listen and think about what I said and make a real apology.
Oh, by the way, just for context, this is where I started leaking the DMs from. The DMs that I leaked start from here and end on the refrigerator. That's the only stuff that was out prior to him leaking the non-binary stuff.
So he says, I need you to listen and think about what I just said and make a real apology. Not public, no optics, just you talking to me. I think you fucking owe me that if you even respect me a little bit. Video form, written form, whatever. I understand that was a mistake on your part and you had no malicious intent, but I think it's a big fuck up.
Do you want him to read it? I have a perfect AI voice of him reading this whole paragraph.
You know what? Send that over.
Video form, written form, whatever. I understand this was a mistake on your part. You had no malicious intent, but I think it's a big fuck up. I don't know if I'm being sensitive, but yeah, I'm always worried about being too whiny or bitchy, which is why I let retards like teens step on me for so many years with zero respect. And now I see you're doing the same shit with Destiny, letting him step all over you, trying to correct the record when he called you a big fat retard on his stream over fucking buggy 2988 DMs. Pathetic is what I think it is. I don't know, man. Maybe it's harsh, but I think you're a talented, smart, loving dude.
Talented, smart, loving dude. A talented, smart, loving dude, but sometimes you're dense as fuck. That is a crazy thing to say about another man.
Why do you think my debate with Destiny stood the test of time, but yours didn't, despite it being the same topic? You're not smarter than me, Nick. We're just smart in different ways. You need to hold me to the same respect level you have for yourself, or I don't want to be your close online friend / co-worker anymore.
I love this too. In some DMs of Tommy C that we're also going to show, he's like, Tommy, let's get into a call so we can improve our co-worker relationship.
I think it's my fault. I think we had a fight like 2 years ago. I'm like, I think of you more like a coworker than a friend or something. I think he took that to heart. He's been referencing it to everyone else. I think that's me. I think I did that by accident.
See, this is my.
I remember it was during the dawning or whatever in fucking Destiny, and we were arguing.
He thinks he thinks the community is like a giant office that we're all sitting in. We're all just like in our own little cubicles, and we just kind of like fuck around in this giant. I kind of wish this was like a real thing that existed now, because this is just, it's so funny that he thinks of it like that, like a coworker relationship, you know? Like, Nick is my coworker. He's like the guy in the office. Like, what?
But this is how I felt about you for a year now. Sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just assumed maybe one day you'd magically respect me and not act like I'm dumb. And Destiny is so smart in comparison to me.
He literally sounds like a little girl in these DMs. He's like, you think Destiny's so much smarter than me? Fuck you. It's like...
Yeah, Brian, just keep in mind,
you're 27.
All I said was, hey man, you ought not just boost stuff calling somebody you don't like a pedo when you know they're not a pedo. That's kind of fucked up. All I said. I didn't ask him, hey dude, you should probably should give him for platforming Mr. Girl, or hey dude, he's like way smarter than you. Why don't you try to like take lessons or something in like intelligence? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I didn't ask him to do any of this stuff. This is all wild random shit, unprompted.
It's like, dude, you're 27 now. Like,
he's my
what?
age. Everything Aiden's telling me sounds like he literally dog walked him. Like a little fucking 19-year-old retard is giving Bowblax legitimate life advice. That should not be happening.
Is this really what happened? Is like, I left the internet a year ago, and all of a sudden his like whole like his mental state was like, you know, it was stabilized, it was balanced or whatever. But then me not being there, it's like this giant like gyroscope that just like falls off or whatever. It's like, what are we talking about here? It's like, is my absence really enough to like, this guy like has no idea how to like just conduct himself in like basic fucking situations, like I just don't. I wish I knew the fucking answer
really fucked up
as to why he's so
really
crazy
up,
now.
dude.
I wish I knew the answer. What's up?
Do you remember the story where he was telling us about like how his parents didn't want him to get an animal because he might fuck it up?
I think so, yeah.
Every single day, I'm starting to understand where they came from just a little bit more.
Jeez, man. And that's another story we didn't need to know. You just brought that up on After Hours.
It's another one. He's like, hey, dudes, what's going on? I was having a good stream today. He's like, yeah, my parents thought that I'd like fucking rape my dog. Okay, they didn't say that.
Oh, that's cool.
They didn't say.
It's like, he tells us something. It's like, yeah, they thought I'd be too stupid. Like, I'd just kill my dog or something. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like, it's like, that's awesome, dude. Anyway.
Damn, that's pretty fucked up, dude.
And then Edwin was like, oh, I eat a taco. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know politics, but I know how to be a smart fuck laughing about dead innocent corpses outside of a public protest and make a big tee-hee joke like someone's dad didn't just fucking die. I don't give a fuck about optics at that point. Destiny the freak, and I never want to be as intellectual as him.
Wait, Destiny's a freak and I never want to be as intellectual as him? What is that? What?
That's what I was referencing before. Like, he needs to take intellectual lessons.
Destiny's a freak and I never want to be as intellectual. Destiny is a fucking freak and I never wish I was as smart as him. Oh,
no, that would be normal. That would be what a normal person would say. It's as intellectual as him because he sounds as retarded as possible.
He is a sex pest freak that needs to shut the fuck up and stick to his lane, debating Boogie 2988 fat fuck on his cancer.
Why is Bowblax acting like that wasn't like an amazing moment of Destiny's career, like an amazing Destiny W, like stick to your lane of debating Boogie? You mean proving that Boogie faked his fucking cancer? Something that every fucking Boogie A-log never caught on to, something that every Boogie A-log like never like succeeded in like making that like a fucking official like running narrative. Like Destiny just ruined Boogie this year. He fucked Boogie hard. I know Boogie's like a stupid lolcow, but like
Bowblax 4 years ago.
Destiny just go in there and was like, you're a fat piece of shit and you're lazy. That's not what Destiny did. Destiny went in there and was like, you're lying about your cancer. Something that nobody recognized or realized in the moment. Like that was like just a definitive Destiny W, and it required like a lot of like fucking cancer research for him to do like the night before. Like why is he bringing that up? That's like just some stupid like low IQ just sub accomplishment. Like that was actually really good. Like that was like
Can I just take like another vindication W? Like you can say whatever you want about like 2021 Nick who watched too much Destiny and stuff like that and say like obsession here, obsession there. Nobody in this community is obsessed with Destiny as Bowblax. Can we just say that right now? Like this is unprompted. This is out of nowhere. there. But when we did the stream where he brought us on to talk about Trump, Bowblax just started like spouting off in the group chat about how we should be spending time with the Act Man talking about funny drama instead of going on Destiny stream to talk about politics, and he doesn't want to see us like that. This guy is so fucking fixated off of whatever happened 5 years ago.
That's a Bowblax W. I actually agree with him on that.
But, you know, he's not doing it for the right reason. He's doing it because he's mad that we spent time with Destiny. He's mad at Mr. Girl, but he's not mad at Mr. Girl. Mr. Girl's the guy who insulted his sister, but he's mad at Destiny.
Yeah.
He's mad at Destiny for
Well,
platforming.
no, he is
Mr. Girl,
hyper
but he's really mad
fixated.
at Destiny.
He's really hyper fixated on Destiny, and it's again something that I just don't understand that well or whatever, right? It's like he always brings up that debate that happened 4 years ago.
No, I know 100% what it is. It's the clip that Destiny had to, he removed it from the, I think August cut it from the VOD. Do you know what clips, I'll tell you right now, I'll diagnose him. I'll Dr. House him right now. I know exactly what it was. I put it in my video. People don't even remember this quote. It's because he said why Destiny will not debate Bowblax again. Do you remember that?
Where Destiny was like, oh, he's like just some autistic retard who can barely like walk and breathe.
You're saying it like that, but like it was actually much more gruesome when it was actually said. Let me just grab you this. This is why Bowblax hates Destiny. It has nothing to do with either debate. It has nothing to do with Mr. Girl. This is my diagnosis.
He's really dumb. Like, not like dumb like entertaining them, but dumb like it's actually boring. Like I feel like I'm arguing with like a fucking 4th grader, and I feel bad for him. I don't want to talk to this guy or interact with this guy. Don't like me Bowblax is shit. Okay, this guy's just really stupid. Like it's very rare that I run into someone who it's like you're just so slow. It's not even fun.
That's what it was. That literally imprinted on him for the next 5 years.
That intro is fucking
100%
fire. That intro
Thank
is
you.
so good. Did Bowblax win the Destiny debate?
No.
Be honest. Don't be fucking biased. Did he?
No,
win
he
that?
100% didn't. Watch it back in real time. He sounds like a total retard.
Maybe I'll review it at some point. Probably not
again,
tonight.
like me and him argued much the same talking points.
Destiny
I got
debated like the
obliterated.
Invader V fucking. He was like Invader V is like based for her clip where she's like, you guys need to fucking sub.
I fucking coped about this for like 3 years. No, we lost. We all lost. Bowblax lost. I lost. Tommy lost. Leafy 2 came in and won.
I haven't rewatched it in a long time, but I remember like Destiny's
No, we
argument.
were in a state of psychosis.
I remember like Destiny's argument was like something like, oh, Invader V had this clip where she was like, you know, if you guys are gonna say you can't afford to sub to me, like get fucking lost or whatever, right? And Destiny was like, that's true. And then everyone was like, she's a fucking asshole for saying that. Like, and she was.
Now, if you think that we won
demanding
this,
that your
Queen's
viewers
stream.
to sub. Watch Queeman?
If you think that we won that debate, any one of us, including Bowblax, go watch Queeman's coverage.
I'm beginning to
feeling
think,
like a retard.
Is Queeman like the new Reaper? Is he just like Alex Gekmo, but he streams?
Alex is the Reaper. Alex claimed Bowblax.
Yeah, but is Queeman like the new Reaper where he actually, like, he's like Alex Gekmo if Alex Gekmo went live or something? Is that what he is? So he's always
Alex
like...
Gekmo will fire up a Twitter space and talk about it, dude, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Dude, I think you should
You
go
ever watch
live.
one of the famous Alex Gekmo Twitter spaces?
Look, if there's one Spurg that needs to like start like a stream or something, it'd probably be that guy, because he's brought so many giant YouTubers to the ground just being some stupid fucking guy on fucking Twitter. At this point, he might as well just start making fucking content. Like, fuck it.
You say that, but like, Comment Cop doesn't need to pick up a fucking mic. He does everything he needs to do on Twitter.
Are we ready to admit that the Comment Cop video on Bowblax
It's
from 4
John.
years ago was Turkey Tom?
No, it's John Swan.
It was John Swan that did that?
Yeah, it has to be John.
I would bet money that Turkey Tom edited that video. Or
You
made
think
that video.
It's like either John or BWC.
I don't think Turkey
Imagine
Tom...
Line Ad's been active the whole time and it's him.
I really do not believe Turkey Tom is Comment Cop. I think Comment Cop is his own guy, but I feel like that video had to have been like handed to him. Like, there's no way. Anyway, let's go back to this funny Bowblax meltdown.
This is actually, it's gonna come up right now where he talks about exactly what we just went to.
Destiny is too retarded for civil political discourse. He's too content-brained. Making good, funny political streams does not equate to smartnet. A whole exists outside the screen. There's a deocracy process, and it's not decided.
What is it? What the fuck is a deocracy?
I don't know what it is, but I know it's not decided by Twitter.
Deocracy. What does that mean? I'm getting democracy. That's not. I don't think that's what he's saying.
I don't even know what he's trying to say. DeOrioocracy. This is DeOrioocracy.
Dude, a deocracy sounds like a really cool new Civic in Civilization 7 that I'm gonna be using for my empire. A deocracy.
Speaking of Civics, I got rid of the Honda Civic, dude. I claimed that I got a Tesla, the same one Bowblax
You
has,
went
in
from
red.
Honda Civic to Tesla? Come on,
Yeah, I got it in
dude.
red. I painted it the blood of Bowblax.
Downgrade of the century.
You have zero respect for my opinion or intelligence. Or if the community knows, this is what I think of Destiny, when you don't then get surprised when I take a jab at him on Twitter. Destiny openly calls me retarded on stream.
There.
Destiny openly calls me
calls me retarded on streams. That's a reference. That's the only time I know of that happening.
I like how that's
a
like
reference to that clip.
that's like if
And I'm
Bowblax
pretty
was
sure
like black
he
and
complained to August. I'll ask August, but I'm pretty sure he complained to August and he removed it from the VOD.
that's like if Bowblax was like black and he was like, he openly calls me the N-word on stream. It's like, I love how like being called retarded is like something like worth even like calling out. Like he calls
He
me.
has a fucking video talking about how he reclaimed the slur, and it's nothing like the N-word.
I'm pulling that up right now.
What do you guys think of the R slur? Seems to be making a comeback.
Personally fine with it, but if other people are uncomfortable with me saying it, I'm not gonna say it around them because I respect their opinion. But I personally see it in a similar vein to like the word stupid or idiot, because like growing up, it's never been used towards me or any other mentally disabled person.
What, chat? Wait a minute, chat. Hold on.
For me personally, in my personal life, as like an insult towards them, it's always just been used as a way to just call someone silly or dumb or idiot. So I still kind of see it in that way, but I do see that other people have used it in that way, although I don't think, even if it might not be the majority. So if people feel that way about it, I'm not going to say it around them, but personally, I still see it in a similar vein as stupid or idiot or dumb.
But that's Bowblax's position on the R word. As far as I've ever known him, he's always, I feel like he does have another video where he talks about the R word specifically. And he was like, yeah, the word doesn't mean shit. Like, people need to get over it.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So what changed? What changed? What's different now? Like, why is Destiny calling him retarded on stream and anybody calling him retarded? Why is ableism such a big deal now if previously he would like white knight? He literally was like the Uncle Tom of, he was autistic Uncle Tom, where he'd be like, no, it's fine. Stay autistic. Call people retarded. It's cool. Like, only fucking bitches care about this word or whatever, right? He was literally autistic Uncle Tom, but now he's back on the plantation. It's like now he's constricted and this word actually does hold power over him. What's going on? I don't get it. Is that a nuclear comparison? Is that too
No,
far?
that's pretty valid.
yeah. I feel like it is. Yeah, exactly.
We've been online enemies for years, and you're too self-absorbed to see that he memeing on Destiny is like me memeing on Anissa Joma. My audience has been aware of this for years. I have a 600,000 view video owning Destiny Online.
By the way, that's a lie. He has like a 560,000 view video on Destiny. Just to be clear here, he rounded it up.
And get community noted on stream.
Just to be clear, yeah, that's a community note, sir. You didn't even get that many.
Can we community note this video?
My Twitter versus audience is not the dumb little commentary community that, by the way, I built with Augie over 3 years. I helped build the community that you're setting my standards to.
Nuclear take. I feel like me and Nick built the community.
More nuclear take. Is this the guy who's talking about internet daddies? Like, I'm actually so confused. Wait, who's talking about internet daddies?
I feel like me and Nick built the community. Don't get me wrong, okay? Bowblax was one of my strongest soldiers. I will say that.
He thinks he's the protagonist.
But it's like, when it comes to like who was laying down the bricks, you know?
He's not even gonna survive the arc.
Like, I feel like me and Nick like constructed, like we commissioned the pyramids and then Bowblax was like one of like the best guys laying down the bricks. Like he was one of the best guys, you know what I mean? He was a good worker, you know, he definitely sort of understood the mission.
After hours, okay, like, let me say this in a way that that fucking idiot can understand. You're Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? He's like Kale, and I'm Shadow.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes. Yeah, he was perfect Tails, you know? That makes so much sense.
Destiny's not cool. He's not my friend. I hate him. Censor I hate is a meme. I hate Destiny. He's Beeble. He's not my friend. Everyone but you knows this. Literally like 20 YouTubers know my behind it and the scenes knows of him. I didn't need your snarky optics check. Fucking DM me now.
Dude, I fucking love how the AI reads his misspellings. It's so good.
No, I read his misspellings. That's my voice being changed.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was just like,
me.
how is it like reading it this well? Like, what?
No, I was reading it, but then he took it and made my. But by the way, what does it say on screen right now, Augie?
I didn't need your snarky optics check. Fucking DM me, Nick. Didn't you DM him?
Obviously, this is about non-binary stuff, right? This is clearly about the non-binary stuff. Nothing to do with Destiny in this context, right?
Yeah.
When we're talking about optics checks, he totally didn't just lie on Twitter and post all those DMs about being non-binary. to attack me with. This had nothing to do with Destiny. My bad.
Well, so like he says, "Fucking DM me next time." Am I crazy, or didn't you DM him about this? Isn't that
Yes. Oh,
literally
no.
where
No,
this started?
no, I did.
Or is he
I did,
talking
I did,
about
I
the
did.
Destiny thing? Is he talking about the Destiny thing where you replied to him?
I optics checked him on Destiny. I 100% optics checked him on Destiny. So he's totally lying. It's about Destiny. It's always been about Destiny. Because if you go on the subreddit, they clip my post and they're like, Nick optics checked Bowblax. That's why he was mad.
Oh, okay. So he's talking. So we've now moved past the non-binary tweet. Now we're going back to Destiny for some reason.
The non-binary tweet's not involved because the video that you're seeing right here has nothing to do with non-binary stuff.
Right.
It just runs that. We ran through that exact point, start to finish, A to B, no DMs missed. It's obviously about Destiny. He lied.
Yeah.
Full bore lied.
Need your snarky optics check. Fucking DM me next time. Zero respect. I'm asking for the bare minimum, dude. Bare fucking minimum. Share to CM Pavo anywhere. I don't care. It's juicy content. Fuck it. Fuck you, asshole. Apologize for real, or we're not friends. Bye.
Apologize for real. We're not friends, or we're not friends. Bye.
That's
Wow.
a lot of energy for someone I'm not fucking, dude. Holy shit.
Dude, this is crazy. Have you ever gotten DMs or messages from an ex that compare to this? Like, maybe you have.
When I was 18, yeah.
Oh, man. Why is this so fucking bad?
Hey dude, are you good? I was putting RGB on my refrigerator. You're sending like a lot of messages.
This is the most Nick message right here of all time.
Wait, let the music play after. Let the music play after for a second.
Yeah, I'll play it. If there is any more of a DM that totally encapsulated Nick's personality, it would be this one right here. This is it. This is fucking it. Well, folks, so we've been streaming now for almost 3.5 hours, and we haven't even gotten to the new content yet.
But you don't get it. There's still more.
I'm assuming you're talking about the Tommy C ones?
You gotta show the BPD ones. They're still in there. And he hasn't asked me for money yet. Yeah, I swear to God, bro, this just keeps going.
Fuck me, there's so much shit. Okay, so we're...
People are like, Nick doesn't have 400 Bowblax DMs. Really?
Wait, that video only covered like 7 screenshots. Oh no. So you said, I'm not gonna leak your DMs. Good one. I just don't understand what you want me to apologize for. Unless it's not responding, because that's fair. But I got a lot of shit going on right now. Did you read all my DMs? I want you to read them. Internalize them for a day or a couple hours and respond with a well-written private or video apology. And then we move on like nothing happened. You're still my friend, bro, and homies for life if you want. And respect me. But please just listen and respond like a person and not a YouTuber. I won't talk about this ever publicly. Zero public pressure. I will probably forgive you if you type an apology, to be honest. I just need your honest thoughts and response. As a human person, zero optics, zero business involved. Public business as usual, 100%. This is bizarre.
And by the way, while you're looking at this, go, oh God, imagine if he was just optics checked right here. Know that Aiden was in the call telling him to stop typing this whole time.
Fun fact for you guys in the chat, this actually quickly became a conversation between me and Aiden, where me and Connor were like typing through Nick, and then Aiden was typing through Bowblax. So, because Bowblax started calling Aiden randomly, right? Because him and Aiden talked at VidCon a lot, right? So he calls Aiden, he's like, dude, I just owned Nick. Meanwhile, oh
my God, did he say that?
Yeah, he did. So he calls Aiden, he's like, I just own Nick, you want to see it? Meanwhile, Nick is like showing me some crazy DMs. He's like, dude, Bowblax is like freaking out, right? So I get into a call, me and Connor get into a call with Nick. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, because Aiden was in Germany at this time, Aiden gets into a call with fucking Bowblax. And so then we start like fucking, this becomes like a weird pseudo conversation between me and Aiden, where we're just talking through like puppets or whatever. Like we're like having like a little puppet show where like Aiden's like, no, you should say this. And Nick's like, what do I say? And I'm like, well, you should before I say this, whatever, right? So it just becomes like a weird sort of strange like pseudo conversation. It was very funny.
And the thing is, like, this is the same with Lyrix. Like, he's like, I just owned Lyrix. I'm gonna expose my call with him. And he just looks like a retard. He watched this, where I said, like, 4 words, and he cried like a bitch in my DMs. And he's like, I've just annihilated Nick. He's completely crazy.
He thought he fucked you hard here. And then Aiden was like, dude, you need to apologize immediately. And then he did. He was like, oh, shit.
Like, he's not even, that broke it for me, too. Because he's like, oh, he's not even sorry. He's just saying this because he realized he fucked up halfway through.
Yeah, I guess at the time, Aiden was one of Bowblax's e-daddies, unsure if that status is still intact.
He had one conversation at VidCon, so they were obviously best friends. That's how that works.
So anyway, he continues. He says, I want to hang out and play games with you soon if you're down, lol. And take your time, no rush. Just don't take more than 2 days, please. He gives you a time. He gives you a time limit.
24 starts playing. It's like.
He gave you a time limit.
Does Sonic have a time limit to beat the level?
Dude, he was like, all right, you better respond soon, otherwise you won't get an A rank in apologies, okay? You won't get an S rank if you beat the level. If you take too long to beat the level. What the fuck? So you respond.
You want me to read this?
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Okay, so anyways, I'm just gonna be honest. I think you're acting pretty unhinged right now, and I don't think you're in any position to order me around on this. Before I address anything that you've written, I wanted to say I understand that you've been going through a lot recently, and you haven't really been acting yourself. Yesterday, you told me stuff about your family, and I know this stuff with Destiny is personal for you, so I think you should disconnect and take a week off. We can forget this convo ever happened and move on. With that being said, I'll be addressing all of your arguments. Firstly, my advice about your non-binary tweet was actually good, and I would send it to you again without a second thought, even knowing that you yourself are non-binary. If you were gay and tweeted out "gay people are valid, guys," it would be just as cringe as your most recent tweet. I believe the way that you engage with LGBTQ creators speaks for itself, and you're clearly an ally, more so than I. I'm honestly inclined to agree with Tom in that interaction. And notice he put not a heart, I'm sorry. This time he wasn't trying to blast, dude. He put a fire emoji, and he'll reference that in the next message.
Fire. Dude, that's fire. So,
second, thank you for feeling comfortable sharing your gender with me. It also doesn't change how I view you, and I won't be sharing that with anybody else. Apparently you will. Third, I don't plan on engaging with this weird angle of who's more intelligent. This is the part I specifically find the most unhinged. I'm not sure if this is some insecurity or you're just not thinking straight, but I'm not debating you on the perception I have of you that you've created entirely in your head.
I know it was an info dump and aggressive. Sorry about that. It was the only way I felt to get that info out. I'm sorry, I was just pressured. Now, this is weird. He said he was pressured to say that.
The voices told him.
Pressured by who? Satan? Slacker? Ryan Beard? Like, who were you?
Immense pressure, the gravity I ensue when he gets in my DMs.
Who were you pressured by? Who pressured you? I don't get it. But
Who put you up to this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Dude, Slacker. Slacker's the real villain. Lastly, I'll be addressing Destiny. Just to be clear, I'm not friends with... Oh, this is the one part that never comes up. He said that it was some big secret that I guess the community knows, but you don't know about my private Destiny position. Is there anybody here who thought Bowblax was like an avid Destiny fanatic?
Oh, I thought he
Is there a single person in the chat who got that?
I thought he
takeaway from the
loved
last
Destiny.
years?
I'm shocked by all of this.
Like, he's acting like there's any way that people could have just not known his position on Destiny. Lastly, I'm addressing...
Yeah, he's really offended that you apparently don't know.
I'm addressing Destiny. Just to be clear, I'm not friends with Destiny. I've spoken to him like 6 times, maybe. I think 7 if you count the time that I told him about these DMs after the fact. The reason I responded to your tweet was not because I'm simping or because I felt the need to defend him. I responded because you spread wild misinformation about him, and your recent replies make it seem like you did this on purpose. Dude, we know Courtney. She's active in our community. It was weird when you knew this tweet was satirical to just blatantly push pedophile allegations. You didn't deserve an optics check. You deserved to be corrected. This conversation reinforces my opinion on that. Again, you're reading these messages. We're talking about the optics check, and it's not about fucking non-binary shit. It's about this.
Yeah, you seem to be very uninterested in his like sexual status or whatever.
Yeah, all I said about that was congrats. Thanks for telling me. Anywho, why are you saying that you created the community and that your debate stood the test of time? Those were more on my mind at the moment. The non-binary stuff didn't start to sink in because, to be honest, and this is probably the most fucked up thing I'm going to say here, and maybe I'll make some enemies by saying it. I think the non-binary stuff is like, I wouldn't say a grift. I think it's just stupid. I always kind of thought it was stupid. I made fun of it. I fucking parodied it. I aped Destiny's fucking meme and did the whole non-binary thing while I was friends with Josh. Never said a word about it. Why did I upset him? Non-binary just sounds like you're indecisive. There's like non-binary and then there's pansexual. And dude, most people who are non-binary are literally just same gender, same pronouns, and then like it's all mental. So I have no fucking idea.
I think it's all deranged personally. So
I think, but I like non-binary in particular just seems like the dumbest one. Like the least.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like you're saying like, oh, I don't agree with gender or something, right?
No,
it's
but
like,
my point is, at this point, I
Really?
saw Josh say I'm non-binary, and I'm like, okay. Well, and he's like, I'm still he, him, Josh. So I'm like, okay. So
I'm
like,
still he,
nothing's
him, and I
changed.
like pussy and dicks on girls sometimes. It's like,
No,
dude,
no. But yeah, but he doesn't get to that part yet. That hadn't come up yet. He didn't go. This is before all the gender euphoria stuff. So I thought Josh was just he, him, Josh. I didn't know there's any other context to that. It didn't mean anything to me because I didn't know any part of his life even changed yet. Because for the most part, again, non-binary is just he, him, male presenting. That's how most people who are non-binary look and talk.
So Bowblax says, please disconnect the offensive, inflammatory parts of what I was saying everything and think about the info honestly. As a person, not as a YouTuber, this is and always will be private. It's like a law or whatever. Whenever a commenter YouTuber says, don't worry, this conversation will be private, it just won't. It just won't.
Okay, someone just mentioned it. I want to just clarify because that's probably the best way I've seen it written. It's the one that requires the least amount of change. So non-binary in general could mean someone who, Augie could say he's non-binary tomorrow and it would change no physical trait, no pronoun, no aspect of his life could change. Or you could be in a dress with a beard. It literally could be any of spectrum. Most cases it's that first one, but it also could be the second one. So I assumed it was that first one, and it wasn't even like on my mind. Also, I don't know why you think this hatred for Destiny you have is some secret, private, offline take. Everyone knows that you hate him. I'm fully aware that you don't like him. I wasn't surprised you, quote unquote, took a jab at him. I was surprised that you tried to smear him as a pedophile. I don't give a flying fuck who you like or dislike. I'm not out to get you. You tweeted something stupid. Anyways, reread my first DM, take a break. If you come back down to earth, I'm down to be friends or something. Otherwise, I can't play along and keep this friendship going. I'm entirely incapable of being held at gunpoint and being told to apologize. I'm not going to be reading anything you write me for 48 hours, and I'm muting notifications. Regardless, if you take my advice or not, I won't be fighting with you. Now, from here, you might want to reference times and dates. So this is July 21st, where this fight happened. The next ones are going to kind of jump days, but it's not a lot of days. He's acting like he's on this huge break, and he's writing me the whole time. He's like in the know.
Well, he's taking a break from Twitter, but he's still responding.
No, he's taking a break from income. He's not taking a break from Twitter. We're talking on Twitter.
You know, well, I mean, like, you know.
When you take a break from Twitter, you delete the app. You contact me on Discord.
He's taking a break from the Mr. Beast drama, okay? Let's just...
He's taking a break from paying his mortgage.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he took a break from, is making fucking money. The one fucking thing he does that doesn't involve any social shit, because all he does is have to read, bro. He can have fucking someone gather all the tweets and read. You can make this shit in an hour. That's what he took a break from. Not all the social shit, not reading what people are saying about him, not name searching himself on Reddit. That was all stuff he was doing. He took a break from income.
It's just so stupid. Bowblax says, okay, I'll go offline for that time. Sorry about freaking out on you, man. I also agree 100% with the part I put a fire on. But yeah, I'll leave this and be and move on. Dude, I'm so fucking sorry and embarrassed. I legit snapped and had an unironic breakdown. I'm so embarrared. I'm taking a week off to recover.
These are coming in 2-hour intervals between messages. Like he's reading and he's like, oh fuck, Nick's not replying. Oh fuck, Nick's not replying. Restart, reword it.
Oh, change strategy, change course. And he says, you don't need to apologize for anything. Thank you, Bowblax, for clarifying that. And then you tell him to
wait, this is the best part. Don't worry about it, man. Get some rest. I'm glad you're doing better. You're a good friend, dude, and I'm not looking to fight with you. Now scroll to the very next message.
Thank you for understanding. I haven't snapped like that in over 6 years. I thought I was past it. Sorry you had to witness/experience that. You triggered him for the first time in 6 years? What the fuck?
Wait. Augie. Read the next sentence.
One last thing before I go AFK, because I'm getting unhinged mad at everything, but Alex Gekmo is a fucking retarded.
Dude, look at the time difference between those two messages.
Holy shit.
Oh, you don't see it.
I can't even see it. I can't even see it.
You were in a call with me. Remember I said, oh shit, Josh replied? You remember I said to you, oh shit, Josh replied? And I'm like, no, he's good now. And you're like, oh, okay, thank God, crisis averted. Then I'm like, no, he just messaged me again. And he just
So he just like diverts his anger that he still feels onto somebody else. Like after he realizes he can't shit on you and boss you around, then he's like, he submits to you. He becomes submissive to you. And then he's like, but Alex Gekmo, and he has the same fucking scenario with Alex Gekmo that he had with you.
This was so fucking funny because I was explaining what happened to you and Tom, and I'm like, dude, he responded. And like, okay, what do I answer? I'm like, oh, it's all good. It's all solved. And then a second, like, right after, he's like, I haven't messed. Oh, dude, don't worry, he's good. He hasn't done this in 6 years. He's self-aware. He figured it out. We're like, oh shit, crisis averted. Oh, I can come back to YouTube now. Okay, we're good. And then like immediately after, he's like, oh, shit, and they just leaked all his DMs with him, and then like read the message.
He says, the reason I kicked you from my private was because yesterday I was trying to stop my sister from committing suicide. Oh my God! TMI, bro. TMI. We don't need to know this.
I know so much about
We don't need to know this. Is she okay with this? Is she okay with this?
It's not even like it's a fucking chatter. It's a fucking chatter. Why does he know about this?
We don't need to know, bro.
The first thing I saw after I said Josh was good was him sending a message calling Alex an F-slur and talking about his sister's suicide attempt.
And
like,
he's
Whiplash was insane.
And he's telling a community spurg this, like just a random guy in the community that he hates. He hates this guy, and he's telling him this. Why?
This is a flashbang of a DM, isn't it? It's just you just got flashbang.
And he just shows it to you, like, look at this. Like, okay.
Look at this. this, and it's all for you.
Yeah, it's like he might as well just sent you a picture of his cock at this point. It would have been less surprising.
Dude, I think if this combo went on for like another couple days, I really think that was coming, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm thinking about cutting the shit off, bro. And he sends you it. It's like, okay, dude. Like,
Look at it.
look. It's like, dude, come on, man. So he says, yeah, yesterday I was trying to stop my sister from committing S while all the pokey stuff was going on. I like how
You
those...
just said the F slur. You don't have to say S, buddy. You're gonna have to come back and remove some of these words.
I love how these two events are conflated. Like, yeah, I was trying to stop my sister from committing S, but also Pokemon drama was going on, so I had to respond to
The other
that.
thing, remember when he would put out that tweet and he was completely wrong and got obliterated over his fucking Pokemon?
Oh yeah, the
pick?
sexualized banana tweet.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry, I wanted to handle that better, but my sister was trying to blow her brains out, so I had to lose to Pokemon.
Wow, how noble of you. Thanks for describing it like that. Like,
Thank God, it's like when you're like, oh, I'm not gonna get my assignment in on time. Grandma died, but like it's just another fucking traumatic life experience for his sister.
damn, bro, you have a tough life. It's like all this shit keeps happening.
Bowblax, your sister's been raped 3 times this semester.
You gotta just take accountability for your shit. You can't keep
Some point.
throwing your family under the bus to like get away with shit. It just doesn't look good. It just doesn't, it's too much information. He says, I couldn't vent IRL, so I used my private, and then you started reposting publicly to get me in more trouble. Something I couldn't deal with that day, so I removed you. I'll add you back later. It's like, bro, why do you have a private? Why do you have a private Twitter? Delete that shit. Get rid of
I use my
it.
private to talk about community drama that like I don't want to clog up my main feed with. Anything I think is like a waste of time, I dump over there. But it's not private. Like it's people can screenshot it, share it, post it wherever they want. It's just like a smaller Twitter for people who follow from the community.
Just delete that shit, bro. It's fucking crazy, dude. You know what the thing is?
Bowblax expects 4,000 people to abide by his privacy. That's the reason why that Twitter is gay.
It just doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like that. You have to, if you're gonna have a Twitter like that, it's got to be like Dreams, where you know everybody's screenshotting it. It might as well be a public Twitter. It's just for like closer interactions.
The thing is, like, even just with his main Twitter, like, you know how there's people that are like credit card people and then there's people that are not? When somebody has a credit card, they just go like ape shit and they just buy a bunch of shit because they just think in their mind, oh, it's a credit card. Like, I don't actually, this isn't my money. I could just spend infinitely. Like, people have that fucking problem, so then they just don't need to use a credit card. Bowblax is not a Twitter person, okay? There's Twitter people and there's people that are not Twitter people.
Robbed him of his entire identity. Twitterverse's guy is not a Twitter
Look,
person.
he
That's
can read
bold.
the tweets, okay? But he shouldn't be posting on the fucking website because he just says too much shit.
Dude, isn't this crazy? The autistic guy had like the perfect thing. He could literally be like a pillar of the drama community. All he's got to do is read smarter people's takes. Or dumber people's take. All he had to do is just sit there, shut up, and read. And he could literally just make all the money and get like all the acclaim. And like his channel could grow and he could get a 1 million sub play button. He literally is in a position that someone like him would never be able to pass up
Somebody
in
says,
a million years.
Somebody says, oh, he's been watching Caleb Hammer. That's exactly what I was thinking about, dude. I do watch Caleb Hammer, and he shits on people all the time that are just, they get credit cards and they think they can just go ape shit. Yeah, I did say that. I was like, dude, go on Financial Audit and get your fucking pussy whipped in public, and then maybe you'll make better fucking financial decisions.
Augie had a whole Caleb Hammer arc while he was gone. You guys don't even know this.
Okay, one in the chat if you guys think Bowblax should go on Financial Audit. That would be...
Oh my god, bro. Nick, he doesn't want to read. He wants to breed. You have no idea how true that is.
Hey, Bowblax and Financial Audit would be the most Kino episode of all time.
Dude, where's the clip? Was Tommy in a private call with me? He's like, Nicholas, I think I know what the problem is here. Even if he's not thinking it, even if he's not going, oh god, I'm getting a little too old. At around 27 or 28 years old, if you're not gonna have kids and your body goes, look, there's probably a chance that we're not gonna make a fucking baby, you go insane. It's not something that's conscious. It's the way that we're wired as men. Somewhere along the line, Bowblax's conscience realized that he's probably not going to procreate. And I think that's what we're seeing here. And I was listening to Tommy, and I'm like, that is the craziest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, and you're probably right.
Bowblax is angry because he can't procreate. That is just a wild theory.
Tommy thinks it's like an animalistic instinct that's like taken over.
So he's like, he turned 27, he's like, oh! He's just...
He made a comment saying like, you know, schizophrenia sometimes shows around 27, 28.
So he's unironically having a let me fuck moment. See you in a week, bro. 3 hours later. Or sorry, 9 hours later still.
Literally, bro. It's the same day.
It's so stupid. See you in a week, bro. next morning he wakes up. You also have permission to give Tom a light explanation if he gets curious about my weird response to him. If it passively comes up in a convo you have with him. Next night, I'm still offline and doing well. Yeah.
It's still the 22nd. It's still the 22nd. He gave me
Holy
a status update.
11 hours later, I'm still offline and doing well. I'm gonna get tested for BPD. If you don't want small updates or whatever, let me know.
It's
I
the
know.
same night the drama ended. The same fucking night. Because it was early in the morning, right? In the AMs, when he finally stopped texting me. On the same day as the AM conversation we were having, he's like, I'm fucked up. I'm gonna go get tested for BPD. And he gets on stream with you and he's like, the BPD had nothing to do with this. Bro, it was the excuse you used immediately. It was the first thing you thought of. Immediately, I'm gonna go get tested for BPD. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Regardless, I'm getting help, bro. Again, I'm so sorry for my behavior. I'm also talking with family and friends for help. I'm not wallowing away in my home alone. Yeah, X'd it out on that one.
It probably wasn't. It's only been fucking 11 hours. He just got home from wherever the fuck he was, bro.
Holy shit. Also, I'm glancing at my phone to see the news and make a quick retweet, but yeah, basically offline. You're not off of Twitter if you're glancing at Twitter. Glancing, by the way. Yeah, I also glance at Twitter for 5 hours a day. It's called scrolling. It's like you're on Twitter.
Yeah, chat's right. Bowblax should go on Caleb Hammer, and then he should try to turn him on to OnlyFans.
Holy shit.
Hang in there, dude. You got friends here when you get back.
Dude,
Art.
I feel like Bowblax would be like that guy that went apeshit, the Caleb Hammer A-log, that was like, Caleb Hammer is trying to solicit me for gay sex. Like, Bowblax would become that guy. It's just...
Dude, he's gonna literally have a panel show at Flamenco in the next year.
I mean, he did say you always had a soft spot for flamenco, his words. So you wrote in there, like, just hang in there.
I read that one already. Yeah, hang in there, dude. It's, again, still the same day.
Nick said, hang yourself, dude. Oh, I mean, hang in there, dude. Thank you so much. Oh, my ass, dude. Bowblax says, thank you so... Thank you so
N-word much for understanding.
I'm
That's the only way to read that.
I'm sorry. I'm super sorry and embarrassed. I'll see you next week. You gotta fill me up on all the drama details, lol. And then he sends...
You gotta fill me up.
You gotta fill me up, bro. Then he sends his medical wristband with all of his fucking shit on it. All of his medical information. His name, his address, everything. So after he sends that picture, then he says, so this was my day, lol. I'm not officially diagnosed yet, but I'm 99% sure I have BPD. That explains my... That explains July 23rd.
It is the next day.
That explains...
And then look what his first word is after that. Sorry, I cut you off. What is his very next sentence?
That explains my impulsive outbursts.
Okay, just to be clear, is there any fucking question? He just lied on the stream. He 100%
if I
lied.
have BPD, I get to get away with everything I have ever done, including stuff in the past, like Boo Boss, Tommy C. BPD is just the ultimate superpower. Again, like autism, I wish I had BPD. Because
you're joking, but he said this exact thing to Tommy.
Yes, exactly. We'll go over that too.
He tells Alex he 100% has it. He tells Connor he 100% has it. He tells you he 100% has it. He tells me 99%, but I don't go public until I have Connor's screenshot where he said 100%. Because we check notes. As soon as he told me, he goes, I don't actually think I have BPD. I talked to a crazy woman who convinced me. I called you and we talked about it and we're like, what the fuck is happening? Wait, nuclear take. Bowblax doesn't have BPD, and everyone's like, what? What are you talking about? And then we all compared notes and we realized this guy completely fucking scammed us.
Nick was missing the final percentage point. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he told me he was diagnosed. I mean, I could show the fucking DM.
It was literally 99% BPD, 1% Lyme's disease.
Let me go into my DMs. BPD. Let's see.
You're not gonna just whip open your DMs and finally scroll through all of them?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Gosh.
That'd be a fucking great idea. These are the DMs Bowblax told me when he told me he had BPD or whatever. Keep in mind, so like this conversation began.
Nice.
So the context of this convo, right, was I was gonna do a big tipster stream as my comeback stream, where I was gonna do a big stream shitting on tipster, and so I was asking Bowblax because he had a bunch of screenshots of like tipster tweeting, right? And so this conversation led into Bowblax just kind of talking about shit. He said he was taking a break from some shit. He was going through some shit, and he said he was gonna return back September 1st. So I was like, shit, nice. Then Bowblax.
What do you think? Did you think for a second when you were writing that massive tipster docket for 2 months that like tipster would be on the stream talking amicably while you execute Bowblax? Did you think there was even a percentage chance that you'd
This
talk
fucking
to Tipster?
timeline is just a joke. It's just all just a
All right,
giant
wait,
fucking joke.
So you play you, I'll play Bowblax.
Shit, nice.
I got diagnosed with BPD and got meds for it, and I'm giving it time to settle in without stress of work getting in the way.
And I'm like, damn,
Yeah, lol.
that sucks, man. Good to take a break though.
I don't want to know any of that stuff.
Out of
bro.
nowhere, he just is like, dude, I just got diagnosed with this or whatever, and I'm just like, oh shit, damn.
Dude, no, I put out a funny tweet the other day. I go, hey guys, I just want to let you know I haven't streamed this week because I have big penis disorder and I'm getting help for it.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
99% sure I have big penis disorder. It's taking a toll on my life.
Oh man. So yeah, that's what he. But again, the highlight of this DM is that I got diagnosed with it. Not 99% sure I might have it. Not I'm in the hospital right now. Not I was in the hospital last week. Whenever that happened or whatever. Right.
And this is like 15 days after Boogie, by the way. Like the only drama that occurred prior to this was Boogie's fake diagnosis with fucking cancer. Like he just seen reruns of it and he went, smarter than Boogie?
I got diagnosed. He just says flat out, I got diagnosed. And again, I asked him about this like 2 days ago. I'm like, so how come you told Nick 99%, but you told me you were diagnosed? And he was basically just like, well, I was talking to Nick in call so I could explain in more
wasn't in
detail.
call.
Like
He lied.
Well, we see that right here.
We had a follow-up call at some point. We hardly talked about it. The next time I really learned about the BPD was when he told me he didn't have it in September.
So even 2 days ago, I didn't even realize that at the time. I thought he revealed his BPD to you in call, not in
No,
text.
Josh was on his late night lying spree.
So that's just a fuck. Even 2 days ago in DMs with me
Is
again.
he malicious now, Squidward?
Fuck, that sucks.
Dude, you think he's a little autistic little animal, and he just waves his little fucking eyelashes at you, and you're like, oh, are you too stupid to understand it? I get it. All right, whatever. Let's move on.
Fuck
No,
me.
he played you. He's malicious. He played you again.
Fuck me, man. That actually fucking sucks, man. Even recently, it's like you have nothing else to lose, bro. Just tell the fucking truth. But even
He ran you over and gave you his fucking non-binary blast.
shit, man. Yeah, I just now realized that, yeah, he didn't tell you in call. I just read the DM where he's explaining in text. Holy fucking shit. It just never ends. It just never fucking ends. I'm not officially diagnosed yet, but I'm 99% sure I have BBD. That explains everything I've ever done wrong. I just handled so well for so long that I thought I was normal. Normal to need to spend 3 hours daily offline to call. Hey, Bowblax, that actually is...
That's normal.
That's
yeah.
normal! That's
a
normal!
activity. People do that all the time.
Yes, believe it or not, normal people don't just sit at their fucking computers all day long, 24/7, just reading Twitter all day. Normal people do log off and do other shit in their real life. And also 3 hours? Dude, that is normal. You're so backwards. You just don't get it. Then he says, I got meds now. Yeah, that part's debatable.
Dude, I love how me and you writing is exactly the same.
Yeah, we're just
You're
like,
writing him,
damn.
I'm writing him. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't know. My philosophy of YouTube is like, YouTubers just need to work like a regular 9 to 5 shift. Like, just log on 9 to 5, only focus on content. Don't waste time on fucking Twitter. You know what I mean? Just log, and obviously I'm guilty of this, right?
But
But
the chat was like, Nick DeOrio finds another way to mention that he works a job for a living. It's like, no, that's what's stopping Josh from being fucking normal. He has no commitments. He has no drive in his entire life. He's his own boss, and not everyone can do that. I think that these people who are like Josh need to go work. They could still do YouTube, maybe not Josh, but like they need like a fucking structure in their lives.
yeah, no, that's 100% true. Like, the structure is like so important. I don't know, man. Like, I really felt this a lot like last year too or whatever, right? Where I was just like, I'm just becoming like so like fucking autistic and like terminally online. Like, I need to like just like live like a fucking regular ass life or whatever. Just 9 to 5, do my work, build my fucking shit or whatever, and then just log off and do other fucking shit. Like, I think like
None of you
if
guys
you're
are
gonna
making
do,
enough money to do this forever. Like maybe you might, but none of those
I am.
guys are making enough to do this forever. Because Bowblax is going to be a 35-year-old unemployable Wings of Redemption in the trajectory that he's currently going on. If he continues to keep going the way he's going, he's going to be like a 30-year-old unemployable Wings of Redemption. And they're going to go to the unemployment line and go, well, what is your business history? And he goes, well, I turned 18 and here I am. That's going to be his history. He's literally not going to be able to get a job. He might have already sold them. This is why I've been saying the same to Jalen. Fuck. All you have to do is get a fucking job while you're still young, put some work history on the books. Bowblax, when's the last time he's worked a regular job, if ever? He's 27 years old with disabilities. What is he gonna do now?
Do you think he could work like a real job? I feel like he would just like fucking.
I think he's a couple years away from not being hireable.
Do you think he
But I
could
think right now he could
handle?
try.
Do you think he could handle like, let's say Bowblax got like a job like McDonald's? Like, do you think he could handle that? Like, it's crazy as it is to say. It's like,
No, they don't have to move back in with his family. There's not like what else do you do this? What do you do in that position? He can't do this, dude. That's God's honest fucking truth. He can't do this.
yeah, it's just not good for people like this or
Time to grow
whatever.
up. Put down the weed. Grow up. Be a fucking adult.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you do YouTube as like a full-time job, like you have to like make YouTube as close to like a real job as humanly possible. So like 9 to 5 hours, clock in. When you're online, you're only being productive and working on your shit. You're not just fucking wasting time reading shit, reading Reddit, reading Kiwi Farms, reading just shit that is going to like bog you down or whatever. You just clock in, make your fucking videos, do your fucking streams or whatever, right? And then clock out and do other shit.
If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're a full-time YouTuber and you're now on your 3rd or 4th year of doing this, quit. How many people work here for 40 consecutive years on YouTube? It's unheard of. It hasn't happened yet. There hasn't been enough time for it to happen yet.
As
The
a job
vast
hasn't been around
majority-
for, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The vast majority of these people live between 7 and 12 years on YouTube, if they even make it that far. This is not a, I'm going to do this the rest of my life kind of thing. This is make as much money as humanly possible, and hopefully you'll put a big enough dent in so you can live a comfortable life after you're done. Very few people make it like, and the ones that do, you either have like a Philip DeFranco style role or like a Boogie role where you're now
Well,
poor.
as like a public, like on camera face, like fucking, you know, entertainer. Yeah, that's definitely true or whatever. But that's just when you take your talents that you developed as like a YouTuber that, you know, shows his face and is a personality.
Then you're not a YouTuber.
And then you just
you're
go
a
back.
manager, then you're
Right,
not-
right. But that's when you translate your skills into like stuff that can, you know, you can escalate higher and you just become like a manager role. You just build channels and
Well, that's what
behind
I'm
the
saying.
scenes or
If
whatever.
you're paycheck to paycheck as a full-time YouTuber and you're not doing any of those extracurriculars, you're just doing YouTube and sponsorships, and you're not making enough money that you're like putting tons and tons of money in the bank, and you're like getting close to those 30s, there's like a real problem. There's a real issue that you need to probably evaluate, because you're not going to be doing this when you're 40s, especially if you talk about fucking high school level YouTube drama, because nobody wants to hear a 40-year-old man talk about this. Look at all the comments under Tommy and Keem's shit, and I like both of those people, but like all of us can't be 40 and still doing this. Statistically, some of us are going to lose this position, or we're going to move into something else, or we're just going to get blown apart and leave.
Well, that's when you translate this type of stuff back into like what it originally was for all of us, which was a hobby, right? You still do this stuff because it's fun, you know, it's interesting. I do like, believe it or not, guys, I actually do enjoy coming on here and talking about this type of shit. But that's when you start to translate, you know, you focus on like, you know, building your skills up or whatever as like somebody who can upscale this job and scale it up into like a more corporate level job, whatever. And then you do this stuff on the fucking side because it's fun and interesting,
But that's
right?
not in
Like the
cards
fucking drama.
for Josh. Josh wants to be a celebrity. Josh wants to be an autism activist. Josh wants people to look in the mirror and go, I can do this because Bowblax did it. And he'll never, ever be that for anyone. He's the guy who needs to read the tweets and pay his mortgage and live a real good life. And he does that really well. But he's never going to be a fucking celebrity. And
A celebrity?
I'm sorry, a niche internet micro celebrity. Just to be clear. But he wants to be a celebrity.
What is this
At best, he
obsession
can become
wanting to be a
niche internet
celebrity?
micro-celeb.
Dude,
Because he wants his opinion to matter.
opinion, it's like your opinion on what? Tipster? You want your opinion on
That's the best
Tipster to
part.
matter? Like, who cares?
Your
Who
opinion
gives a
matters,
fuck?
My opinion matters. Tom opinion matters. But you know what we know? You know what the secret is? Nothing we talk about matters. So what does it matter if my
It's
opinion
all a
matters
joke.
in
It's all
sea of
funny,
garbage,
like,
bullshit,
dude.
gay fucking drama. No, Josh wants this more than anything. He'll never have it. But like the people who do have it know that this is worthless and a waste of everyone's time, and that the people who are watching it are watching slop.
This is, yeah, exactly. This commentary stuff is fucking slop or whatever. Like, when we're talking about, like, oh, the intricacies of the locale of who Tipster is, even this conversation right now about Bowblax or whatever, right? Who gives a fuck? Is this educating any of you guys? No. Is this fucking...
Literally once in a blue moon, we
But
help
it's
out somebody
okay.
who got accused of rape.
It's-
Other than that, we do nothing. We're literally just creating shit.
Yeah,
All
and
we
it's
make is
okay to
shit.
like that. That's not to say like you can't enjoy. Obviously, everybody enjoys fucking, stupid shit like this, right? Loving stupid shit is what makes life fun and interesting and cool or whatever, right? But it's like the egos that people develop, like creating like this style of entertainment. It's just like, look at yourself in the mirror, dude. Like, who the fuck do you think you are?
He's producing the
You're not a
AIDS
fucking
fan, and we're making fucking monster truck.
Yeah, it's like, look at yourself in the mirror, dude. You're not a fucking historian. You're not Alexander the fucking Great, with your YouTube channel. Like, you're not gonna go down the history books. Like, 100 years from now, kids are not gonna go to school and they're gonna read about the history of Leafy is here and
like
Chris
Froggy Fresh
Hansen.
and Tom.
Yeah,
No one's
exactly.
gonna know who you are, Nick DeOrio, in 10 years.
Froggy
Probably
Fresh.
No one's gonna know him. Who cares?
Yeah, internet legacy and stuff like that. It's like the Nick Fuentes Medicare debate where Nick's like, don't you care about your legacy, Jim? Jim's like, I don't give a fucking shit. Like, I just come on here and have fun. It's like, that's the attitude you're supposed to have when it comes to like making this style of content. This is just fun. That's it. It's just fun, stupid shit.
Somebody, if he was popular enough and he had enough drive, he'd be dangerous. Like if he
Yeah.
had everything he wanted, he would just like he would be the most malicious fucking monster. Probably. He'll never get there, but if he did, he would be a monster. Tommy would be 100% right about him. All of his predictions would reign true.
So you wrote,
Hey dude, good shit. Sorry, had my hands tied all night. Good on you for getting everything in order and bettering yourself.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm hyped to get on these mood stabilizers. Maybe won't be as good as at doing male monkey moments then, haha. There's so much stuff I want to tell you about, mostly positive, but I'm not ready yet and probably won't be for a week or two. But I want to have a fun Discord chat about the gender stuff if you're open
Boss.
for just one.
This is where I realized it wasn't he, him, Josh, where I at this moment I was like, oh, there's more to what that previous stuff was. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
I want to have a fun Discord chat about the gender stuff if you're open for just one. Then I'll stay private and bother you with it, but we'll have this theoretical call in like a week or two. Also, I'm still he, him, Josh, and like pussy and women only. Dick on girls is okay too, though. Lol.
Do we have a date on that? Is that still the same day he got diagnosed with BPD?
I
Or was it
don't
the next
know.
day after?
I-
Let's check the next message.
When are people gonna admit that this is not an okay way to fucking live? I'm sorry, but it's just when.
Yeah, it's the 24th, day after the diagnosis.
But I'll explain in depth later if you want.
That's actually the day of the Tommy C pills. If you go look at when he talks to Tommy, he messages Tommy around this time.
I'll explain in depth later if you want. I'm gonna now stop messaging you till next week. Actually, I'll say this one thing because it's helpful for you and drama stuff, but gender euphoria is like a hard drug, and I understand why trans people get so crazy off of it. It's a good thing, but it's just too good. No excuse for Keffels and Ava, though. Jen told me some private stuff about her at VidCon.
What the
I don't know the
fuck?
updates.
What?
And
the
it's not a
Whoa,
fetish.
whoa. Gender euphoria is like a hard drug. It's good, but it's too good. But no excuse for Chris Tyson.
Huh?
That's who Ava is.
Like-
Keffels, who sold drugs to kids, well, helped sell drugs to kids, and Chris Tyson. Those are the two examples he gave for trans people. Right after he
Listen,
explained
I'm
how it's like a
trans
drug.
and my cock, it's really hard to this shit. But, I mean, Keffels and, Ava Chris Tyson definitely are fuckheads. Don't get it twisted, all right? I understand. But, and it's not a fetish, by the way. It's like, what are you
Anyone in
talking
chat,
about?
Why is he pre-coming at that point?
Good reference. Do you think Bowblax is a fetish, Nick?
Yes.
It's not a fetish. If you want an idea, this freak is who I identify with most. We don't need a big trans combo besides just you understanding this if you want. Instagram.com/breakthebinary. Okay, hold
I'm gonna
up.
toss you a link, but I didn't show this on my stream.
This freak, I love how he says that. This freak is who I identify with the most. This is what Bowblax wants to become.
Okay, bro.
This is what Bowblax wants to become, okay? Can I even scroll?
Yeah, you can scroll. It's
Can I
Instagram.
even
They can't
scroll?
show nudity on IG.
This is fucking disgusting. I mean, what in the fuck am I looking at?
Break
I'm
the
sorry.
binary.
I'm sorry, man. What the fuck is going on? Is there a problem with that? Yes! There fucking is. Yeah, by the way, I'm not an ally, in case you guys didn't know. So this is what Bowblax wants to become. And here's the thing, even if you are an ally, do you really want Bowblax looking like this? Answer that question honestly.
I don't care what Bowblax does with his body. I care that he told me he had BPD yesterday.
Well, look,
He told
I don't-
me He wants tits today.
I don't
And I'm just kinda
personally-
getting overloaded. This is like sensory overload. You know what I mean?
Look,
He went from BPD medication to like getting tits within 15 minutes.
Look, obviously, I don't personally care what Bowblax does with his body. However, if he looks like this, holy fucking shit, the
No,
nightmare
but he
fuel.
wants to look like that, and then he told us we're not allowed to talk about it. And
Are
that's
you
a new boundary.
kidding me?
Like
Are
he's
you-
gonna show up to after hours and be like, "Hello, everyone," and it's like the chat's just like, "Dude, is Bowblax trans now?" And he's like, "Augie, you can't read that dono." Like, how would the show have worked?
Are you fucking kidding me? Imagine if Bowblax looked like that while I was doing after hours. And he's just sitting there, like, right there. And I'm like, hey, hey, Bowblax, what's up?
And he's just like, "I'm he, him, Josh. I love dicks."
Like, look, I'm sorry, man.
pussy.
I am an incredibly chill guy. Look, I get along with fucking everybody, okay?
Dude, he needs to change his bio to he, him, Josh. I love.
You've
tits and pussy.
gotta maintain reality, though. You know, you've gotta have like a strong grasp on reality. And if Bowblax looked like that, I'm sorry, he looked like a fucking freak. He looked like a fucking freak. Okay, I'm sorry.
Not yours.
I'm sorry, dude.
His words, not yours.
He just would. He would just look disgusting. He would just look like an abomination. It's satanic. It's what it is.
All right, those were your words, but the freak thing he said, just to be clear for the Clippers.
Is this gonna put me in big trouble in the YouTube community? Is everyone not gonna want to go to my stream anymore?
No, I think that's kind of not 2020 anymore. Yeah, no, you're probably okay.
I'm sorry, man. It's just like, is anyone in chat gonna debate me on this? They can't. They just fucking
Yeah,
can't.
dude, I'm Femios. I am here to debate you.
I'm sorry, dude. You're not gonna change my mind. It's just not gonna happen.
Well, Augie, why is your position on trans children different than the popular one? Like, okay, cool.
It's just not gonna fucking change my mind. It's never gonna happen. So yeah, that's what Bowblax wants to look like. And in case I didn't make my position clear enough, that is fucking terrifying.
You want to
Okay.
burn the tipster bridge really quick? That would be an opportunity. If you want to just get that over with, control burn, you know? Now, this is where it gets even worse.
So Bowblax says, sent wrong order because of the internet, lol. But yeah, buy for real this time. Have an amazing drama-filled week, dude. Tons of tea. Okay, last thing I promise. I'm making super secret vlogs for therapy as bi-gender. I can add you to the email list of friends who can see them if you'd like. If not, that's cool too, no pressure. I'm recording the videos as if they were public, even though they aren't. Now, Nick, you're a fucking idiot for not agreeing to this. You should.
I kind of did, but I didn't want them. I kind of said, like, do whatever you want, man. What did I say after that? I'd be down to call whenever you feel ready to hop back in.
You didn't even respond to it.
No, I think I did. What's the next one?
Oh, let me
I
pull
think
up the
I thought
next.
I said, like, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. It was definitely one of those things that if you said it to me, I would not have. Yeah, I said, sure, I'll check them out.
Yeah. Oh,
What's your
man.
email? And then I never sent him my email.
Oh,
Is
man.
that like the last thing I say? I don't think I ever messaged him again.
That is just fucking bad.
Oh, it just keeps getting worse. Oh no.
By the way, I have a support group of friends that are non-binary, and Canada's awesome, lol. I'll show you a pic of us if you don't mind.
I wrote no. Well, I didn't write no. I wrote no in my head. I just didn't answer.
Also, I'm a bit loopy and mentally unstable in the video, but I'm better today.
This is July 24th. This is 2 days after the meltdown. Yeah, we're only 2 days. We're still 2 days after. This is all rapid succession, coherent. Like, he was medicated the day before. He literally got his meds 24 hours before he wrote that. I'm still a little loopy.
Yeah, if anyone in chat's gonna tell me this is like a normal way to think, you're fucking banned. Like, unironically. You're just too fucking stupid. I don't even understand. This is not correct at all. This is all fucked. This is all fucked. It's all wrong. And again, here's the thing I do like about these DMs. He says the quiet part out loud multiple times. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a mental illness, but it's not a fetish, but I want to fuck trans girls. I love big cocks and fucking girls or whatever. It's like it all just goes directly into the core root of the issue, which is that this is a humiliation fetish likely caused by watching a fuckload of porn. This is not...
Where do you get that from, Augie? Was that a thinking thought you had, or was there some sort of background to that where you've got that idea from?
I mean, how do you explain this?
I know how I'd explain it, but I'm interested in how you'd explain it.
Because that's just what this ultimately comes down to. It's a fucking porn obsession. He's addicted
Is
to
it a
fucking...
porn obsession?
What?
Would you say that maybe when he was younger, he watched a lot of like trans porn?
Well, if we're at this stage, then what are you doing?
Is that not true? Someone just
What are
DM'd
you
me
trying to... wait, what? What are you trying to do?
I just sent you a DM, dude. Nuclear.
Bowblax, did you use the pocket pussy? Tried it once. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for me.
Oh, okay. There's no physical proof of it, so I don't think we should talk about it.
I don't like this direction you're taking me into the convo.
Well, my understanding of the situation was that Josh watched a shit ton of fucking female porn, but I don't
Oh,
have
so you're
anything-
backing
I don't
me
have
up.
anything- Yeah, I was backing you up. With it,
Oh,
but
okay.
my
I thought you were
understanding is
trying to
that he-
like explain
thought
what you
that-
mean or something. I was like,
thought
what
that
are
he
you getting
told
at?
Connor that, but we don't have any actual proof that it occurred, so
Oh.
I'm not. Don't take that as fact or whatever, because I can't pull up everything I've said up to this point. I could pull up a screenshot or an audio bite to prove every single thing I said. I don't personally have evidence of that, so I'll just point that out there. So that's an allegedly. He like gooned really hard, and now he's trans.
No, but I mean, come on now. Like, what Nick? Do you honestly think that he really has like fucking this gender dysphoria? Do you really think? I mean, I know he has gender euphoria, but do you think he has gender
I'm sorry, hold on.
dysphoria?
Aiden Projects, is there a problem with that? Weren't you convinced by a group of people on Discord that you were gay until the day you turned 18 and realized you liked women? You don't think there's a problem with that? You can't possibly see a problem with being fucking exposed to that kind of porn at a really young age. You couldn't possibly see a problem with that. Okay, keep
Well, again, the other thing too, it's like, what does he think like a woman is, right? Somebody with long hair. You know what I mean? Like, he simplifies it to like such an insane degree. If I wear woman clothing, or if I just adopt this like aesthetic of woman than I am, it's like, come on now. Let's be real here. Let's be fucking real. I'm gonna get Nick. Actually, I have no problem saying this on my own. I'm probably getting Nick into a fuckload of trouble right now.
No, we didn't say anything nuclear.
I don't.
Nuclear shit, but we didn't say anything nuclear.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, like, you know, a woman, believe it or not, is a little bit more to a man versus woman than who,
I don't
which
give a fuck
side
about
has
your
long
trans
hair.
positions. I specifically said to everybody, I don't give a fuck about trans issues. I don't know any fucking trans people in real life. It's not an issue that matters to me. My position on trans people is very open out. You can find it. I've given it hundreds of times. I don't agree with every single thing you're saying. I don't agree with most things you're saying, but I don't really give a fuck if that's your position. It literally does not impact me what anyone's thoughts on trans issues are.
Anyway, so he continues. He says, oh, where does he go on with this? How are we still even reading this? Let's keep going. Also a bit loopy and mentally unstable in the video, but I'm better today. There's no legit anger moments though, just super happy. Anyway, I have a support system and I'm doing very well. I'm only sharing with you because you were the victim of my outburst and you're a good friend, but I don't want this to touch the commentary community, no offense. Love you, man. You're a good friend, even though you're not perfect. You try and I appreciate you. Nice. What a backhanded compliment there. You're a good friend, even if you kind of don't try sometimes, but you do other times. You're a good guy.
This guy is just fucking crazy. It's actually insane that I gave him like 2 months to figure his shit out and I didn't just drop him. But then people would have said, oh, it's your mentally ill friend, Nick. You have to help him.
You can't leave
Never
a guy
again.
like this when he's at his lowest. You know, you got to support him. You got to support your bro.
Well, his idea of support and reaching out for help was saying like every insane fucking, I created this fucking community. I've felt this way about you for a year. You don't fucking respect me. Like, it wasn't a fucking, hey, I need help. It was, hey, I'm punching you right now. Feel bad for me.
Yeah. Bowblax says, W DeOrio. He ends off the love you man with W DeOrio. He says, hey, Nick, could you give your email real quick so I don't have to check Twitter anymore?
By the way, still the same day. Just if we're keeping up with that.
Yeah. Actually, I changed my mind. My sister told me I should keep the access list super tight for now. Sorry,
That's the
bro.
gender vlogs.
Have a good week, man. Don't worry too much about me. Haha, do your thing. Then he sent him something.
Josh. Oh, it was a Twitter thing with Tipster.
It was a
I said
picture of
we owned Tipster, dude. We got him like the next day.
Damn, that was your
And then
last
I had to
time.
repost it.
That was your last time owning Tipster together. Instantly, I can't access this. If it's a Tipster video, I retweet it. Also, I hate to ask, but I'm in a financial rut, and I'm really worried about missing mortgage payments due to me taking a break. I'll pay you back.
Again, July 25th. So this is 2 days after he found out he had BPD. 3 days after the fight. And now he's in a financial rut because he's not making videos on his break because he's taking a break. He took a break for 3 days. Even if he started making videos at that exact moment, he still wouldn't get paid until the 21st of the following month. He had just gotten paid on the 21st.
That's when you get paid as a YouTuber. So he just got
just
paid
gotten
and
his
he's
YouTube
like,
paycheck.
shit.
And he just showed us his analytics that he only made like $800 from his 2 channels. So like obviously he wasn't making very much money even before that. So to ask me for 2 months of his YouTube salary is pretty crazy right after he was supposedly paid.
Yeah, Bowblax leaked this on again. I don't know why. It's hard. It's hard to even say, oh, Bowblax leaked this because he just shows it so willingly. But this is his analytics on both of his channels that he runs. On the main Bowblax
Sorry, guys,
channel.
I can't pay for my mortgage. I have to buy panties on Victoria's Secret.
Awesome. Nice investment. So on the main Bowblax channel, he made $481, and on the Mayo Monkey channel, he made $353. Keep in mind, these
How
are...
many subs has he lost in 28 days? 3,000?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's 3,000 subs, so we can zoom in, enhance.
He lost more than I gained this month on this channel. On my, well, not this channel, I'm streaming, but my channel, the second one.
Imagine losing subscribers. You know how hard that is?
On an active channel, that's pretty hard.
Yeah. And even on Mayo Monkey, it's like down like 500 or something.
Yeah, but
so-
that's expected. Those are community people. Those people on Twitterverses have no idea what he does outside of read tweets. Apparently, there's a lot of inflated shorts viewers.
On Bowblax's main channel?
Yeah, I didn't know this. He said that
Well-
most of his big million view videos are shorts. And he
Okay.
uses that to drive people to his channel. But those people don't watch his videos. So he's driving dead subs to his channel for numbers.
Well, I do know he has been switching to shorts a lot more recently. Let me
Yeah,
see.
he was flipping out at Aiden in particular. He goes, I posted Twitter versus grade A under A. And he goes, where? And it was a short.
Well, we can see
He
like
read like one tweet.
we can see specifically like where his views come from on view stats, like shorts to long. So he's getting like 11K views in the last 28 days from shorts and 66K on long videos. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he hasn't had a good short in that time frame. Like some of them, when they hit 1 million views, they probably are most of his
Okay.
views for that month.
Yeah, if you look at his last year, he's gotten like 11 million video views and then almost that same number with short views. So yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
that's
know.
where his sub growth was. He's losing regular subs and he's gaining subs from short. So it's like padding out his sub thing and he's not losing as hard, but it's dead subs.
Well, I noticed he's been uploading a lot of more shorts recently, like
Yeah,
on
because
his
he's
channel.
trying to jet his algorithm because his main channel's dead.
Yeah, so like look at this, right? If you go to his like main channel like right now, like he's been like way more active making like Twitter versus grade A under A or something.
This guy used to rape Papa Stanimus and laugh hysterically at him for
Papa
being a shorts
Stanimus.
channel. You know Papa Stanimus, the guy who's got like 10 million subs of shorts and he can't pull more than 3,000 views on a video? Guy's super nice. But we used to joke about it because he didn't have like main channel views, and Josh was like the key guy in doing that, and that's how he's choosing to revive his channel.
Well, this format is not gonna do well with shorts. Like, okay, he's had a few like viral shorts. Like, let me see it. Okay, 3 million views in a short. That's like
His
how
entire
much
monthly
is that?
channel views, probably.
That's probably like $200.
Oh, he's not making any money, but that's his monthly views, like right there.
Yeah.
Like he probably made like 3.7 million, and that one short was most of them.
Yeah, I mean, these shorts, like, some of them pop out. Okay, this one got 700K. That's, like, okay for a short. 2.4 million, that's decent. That's good. 3 million, okay. So every now and again, yeah, a short does pop off, I guess, so maybe. But it's like, bro, just focus on long-form videos. That's where the fucking money's at. Like, what? Shorts are a waste of time. If your main priority is, like, rebuilding your channel's income, like, the shorts are just gonna be a fucking waste of time. Like, who's gonna fucking find this guy off of YouTube Shorts, especially with thumbnails like these?
Because he's not worried about making rent. He doesn't care. He could lose his house. He wants his channel to be bigger. He wants to gain subs. He wants to be more notable. He wants to be a celebrity.
Oh, man. So he asks you for money. He's like, sorry to e-bag. I just need to focus on my mental health now, and I can't tackle my finances at the moment. So this is like fucking batshit. He just like, I need to focus on my mental health. I need to focus on like putting on like a, you know, some fucking Victoria's Secret lingerie and feeling good about myself or whatever. Could you pay my fucking mortgage, Nick? 2K?
Josh, respectfully, I'm not lending you money, but I wish you luck and stability with getting the rent stuff in order.
Could you imagine? What would you imagine? I could never, if I even was in the situation where I needed to ask money to pay rent, I would just rather like cut my fucking hands off. Like
I would
just
blow my brains out.
the humiliation of like DM, like especially you. I love how he goes to you too. I just could not fathom going to you and being like, could you pay my rent this month? 2K Canadian too. How much is that in like US dollars? Like 2K?
It's probably like 1,500, 1,700 Canadian dollars.
USD,
Worth
yeah,
shit.
1478. So going
Wow,
to
that was
Nick
close.
and asking, could you give me $1,500 so I can pay my fucking apartment rent this month? Like, really?
At that point, I'm saving for a car too.
It's like, yeah, sure, Bowblax. Here's this absurd amount of money, buddy. You know, it's like, what? Like, if you and Bowblax were roommates, you know what I mean? Even then, that would be fucking rough asking, like, your
Hey,
roommate.
Augie, can you cover me for this month?
Yeah, that
I'll
would
pay
be
you back
fucking
immediately.
bad shit. That would be the end. It would just be like, okay.
No, I think if Connor asked you, hey, can you cover my rent for the month because you knew him since you were a kid, and you knew he's good for the money and he could pay, like, hey, my YouTube check's not coming till the 21st.
Well, okay, if there was like an
Can you
extenuating,
spot
like,
me?
if there was like an extenuating circumstance, like he got fired from his fucking job or like in like a medical accident or something like that, yeah, sure. But if you're just sitting on his fucking balls doing nothing all day.
Saying there's a medical accident. That's his claim.
Yeah,
Medical
yeah.
accident.
If you as a roommate, you're just sitting on your fucking balls all day doing nothing and you're like, oh shit, dude, I can't fucking pay rent. Fuck. Like,
I
can you-
hardly know this guy. I met him once.
Yeah.
I've met Wavy more times than I've met him. I talked to Smaggle more than I talked to him. And I wouldn't give Smaggle that money either.
By the way, I do want to give Connor thanks for paying my rent for the last year while I was fucking out of YouTube. So shout out to Connor. I like to borrow 2K on Canadian dollars. It's like in US money. I know it's a lot, but I'll pay you back before September. It's less in US money. And then you just wrote this. You're like, I'm not doing that. Okay, thank you. I respect your decision. I'm not upset at you. I'm just not well at the moment. Thank you for telling me about the tipster tweet. He sends you a heart too. I respect you for saying no and not crossing that personal boundary with me financially. And then he sends you bank details.
Yeah, it's a bunch of messages being like, your bank balance is under $100. And there's that
Wow.
screenshot too.
Holy
It didn't show me his like
fucking
checking number or anything,
shit.
but it showed me like his credit card debt. It showed me like his current balance.
I was getting these texts and got scared, but I checked my business account. I got paid $3K, so I'm good. Lol. I love how he sends you the screenshots of it. It's like,
I don't want to know how much you owe in credit card debt.
oh yeah, he sent you his credit card debt. So even earlier when I was making the credit card person comparison, Bowblax is not only not a Twitter
He doesn't
guy.
have tremendous debt, to be fair.
Oh, okay, never mind then. So final screenshot, boys. Final screenshot that I'm gonna go fucking piss and we're gonna watch the fucking Bowblax
And
stream.
there's still something funny in here that most of your chat probably has forgotten because there's so much crazy shit in here.
Sorry for worrying you now, I'm good. Also, sending my break to August 1st. And keep putting good retweets in here so I don't have to check Twitter optics check. If not, that's cool. Keep up the great work. Own those Spurgs. Die. Own those Spurgs? Really? Not gonna lie, the hardest part is staying off Twitter. Jalen mode.
Oh, is Jalen mode when you get long hair and don't wash it?
Jalen mode. His words, not mine. Okay, random, but these meds cured my hate for Tommy C in particular. I forgive him completely. What hate? What
When
hatred?
you're gone, can you Hassan Piker the clip of Null laughing?
Dude, I should play that at the end of the stream. I see that the Tommy C versus Keem is progressing. Are my tweets from yesterday still that okay, then it's just other shit that I don't care about. All right, so that's the Bowblax DMs, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's worth bringing this up, but Bowblax we'll bring that up in his response stream.
I didn't question the mania!